okay start against the New York Yankees. I mean, the Astros got swept at home in those first 4 games against the Yankees. Their home struggles continue for whatever reason. They were under 500 last year. Obviously, like I mentioned, the Yankees swept them in the first 4 games. Bounced back very nicely after Ronel Blanco threw that no-hitter for the Astros against the Blue Jays. But JP France was off to a really good start last year for this Astros team, and I think that this is another spot here where I think he can bounce back here against this Texas Rangers team. And in particular, when you take a look at these two teams, you usually see runs galore. But I think I like the Astros, number one, coming off of a loss. They usually put up a lot more runs coming off of losses. And again, these are two Texas teams like you guys mentioned. So almost like a little brother, big brother situation where that's maybe the weight scale is tipping a little bit. Where the Rangers trying to make it even, obviously coming off of the World Series title last year. But I mean, JB France, he has the stuff. I think that he was also in conversation last year for Rookie of the Year. I think this is an opportunity for him he does bounce back here. And just in particular against the Rangers, JP France last year had 2 starts. He pitched 12 innings, so 1 great start where he only allowed 1 run. And then he did have a start in Texas last year where he did get hit for 5 earned runs. He did give up 3 home runs. But again, if he can keep the ball, inside the park there, I think it's a good spot here for him to bounce back for the Astros. I do expect the offense as well for the Astros to bounce back here against John Gray, who, like you guys mentioned, had a really rough start in his first start. I mean, to say the least, he only lasted 3 2/3, allowed 5 earned runs, 7 hits against the Chicago Cubs. And now you have one of the better offenses in the Astros. I think they can really take advantage of John Gray here tonight.
Manaaf, Royals at home against, again, fading the bad teams early on in the season tends to be a pretty good strategy. And I'm curious your thoughts. I always get a little bit squeamish home run lines just because I hate being hooked if it's a close game late and they win by 1, right? But overall, that doesn't bother you, just in general, but also for this game tonight with Waka on the hill for KC.
Yeah, and it's just really going up against that bad pitcher, right? And another strategy might be that if you want to take in the first 5 innings on the run line, that might be a little bit more of a with higher vig on it. But it's just the fact of fading Chris Flexen here. I mean, last year he was just so bad, and that seems like it's carried over this season for him as well. I mean, take a look at last year between the aforementioned Colorado Rockies and also with the Mariners last year. He was 0-4 with the Mariners last year, 7.71 ERA. With the Rockies, 2-4 with a 6.27 ERA, and he's picked up right where he left off last season against in his first start against the Braves. He allowed 4 earned runs in just 4 1/3 innings pitch, and against the Royals, and a pitcher that Michael Wacha, I can trust him obviously more over Chris Flexen. I know he had a little bit of a rough start against the Baltimore Orioles, but again, it is the Orioles who are one of the better offenses in the American League here, but I think the Royals bats going to be able to get to Chris Flexen here early and often. I can see Michael Wacha bouncing back here in a very nice way after first start. And for this White Sox team, I mean, they're already dealing with guys going on the IL. I think just put Luis Roberts on the IL earlier today. He was dealing, I believe, with a shoulder injury, but now he's officially on the IL for at least 10 days here. So I think it's a good spot here for the Royals with Michael Wacha going against Chris Flexen, who I just want to fade out. I'm sorry, it was Luis Roberts that they put on the 10-day IL with a hip injury.
It is not all that often you get the Royals a $2.30 favorite in any situation, but there's a reason for it. But on top of it for us, give him a follow at Sports Nerd 824, talking Major League Baseball here on this opening weekend. Manaaf, best of luck with your plays tonight. Thank you as always for the time, and happy belated birthday once more, my man.
Appreciate it, guys. Enjoy the Final Four.
Appreciate you.
And we also have some baseball bets tonight, Jared. I'm excited to dive in on next segment.
Yeah, I'm really getting deep in the weeds with these baseball bets now.
I was thinking, Jared will probably have like a play or two, and then he's got like
I'm 0-3 to start the day, but I was 5-0 yesterday. So, again, you just kind of go with the swings early. I'm peppering a new market in baseball that I'm very intrigued with. I'm kind of poking and prodding my way to start to see how the vibe is. I know how a Nerfy feels, but this is like a Nerfy on steroids. It's like
I can't wait.
Different. but
Are you a
fun.
Big pepper guy? You love playing pepper?
I do. I am a pepper guy.
Big 1970s baseball man?
I put pepper on my eggs and all my meat and potatoes and all that stuff, too. So
Yeah, I like
pepper guy.
You know, they out when I was in high school, you weren't allowed to play pepper because it was too dangerous, but I'm a big pepper guy. We'll update you on the Final Four as well. Purdue out to a double-digit lead. We'll tell you what the impact is on the live line when we return.
Nobody gets you ready to bet the Masters like VEASAN. Our Masters betting primer has first-round leader bets, betting strategies, and profiles of every golfer. Check out our golf betting podcast, Long Shots, with multiple episodes throughout Masters Week. And on VEASAN.com, we'll have daily articles and best bets from all the VEASAN golf betting experts. Gain access to everything VEASAN has to offer for the Masters at VEASAN.com/pro. That's VSIN.com/pro.
The good folks at Wendy's have a revolutionary new product for you. Introducing the new Orange Dreamsicle Frosty. It's like a time machine that takes you all the way back to now, the year 2024. It's the classic creamy, orangey flavor you remember. Dare I say, it's new-timey. It's the flavor you grew up with, just all grown up. Head over to your local Wendy's establishment and get yours while supplies last. The new Orange Dreamsicle Frosty. Here for the now, for now.
Limited time only at participating Wendy's.
Hey guys, this is Matt Brown from VEASAN, the sports betting network. If you want some help betting golf, then VEASAN has the perfect podcast for you. It's called Long Shots. Each week, Wes Reynolds, Kelly Bidlin, and myself give you 2 episodes breaking down every aspect of that week's tournament to help you as a golf bettor. We analyze the courses, run statistical models, and give our thoughts on all the top players. We also give out our favorite bets for outright winners, matchups, props, finishing positions, and more. Subscribe to VEASAN's Long Shots wherever you get your podcasts.
With the college football playoff heading to 12 teams this year, certainly could make the Heisman race very intriguing. Let's take a look at the latest odds. I'm Tim Murray from VEASAN, the sports betting network. Quinn Ewers, quarterback of Texas, enters this year as the co-favorite to win the Heisman Trophy. Ewers will remain the starting quarterback ahead of Arch Manning, and he is 9-1 to win the Heisman Trophy. Carson Beck of Georgia sits at 9-1 as well. The Bulldogs, a disappointing year for their standards, not making the college football playoff, but obliterated Florida State in the Orange Bowl to wrap up the season. Dylan Gabriel transferred from Oklahoma to Oregon. He will be taking over for Bo Nix. And Gabriel, the former Sooner, sits at 10-1. Jalen Milroe in Alabama, no more Nick Saban. Enter Kalen DeBoer. He's at 14-1.
For the latest odds, injury reports, and betting splits, go to VEASAN.com.
A numbers game with Gil Alexander.
What does Alabama have to do to win? Alabama has to do what Villanova did in the 1985 championship against Georgetown, which is shoot damn near 80%, but in this case, do it from 3. That's the only recipe. It's the only recipe. And if you're going to pick a team that has a shot at doing that, this is this group of Crimson Tide players.
A numbers game with Gil Alexander. Weekdays at 10 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Pacific on VEASAN, the sports betting network.
If you didn't catch the handle, here's what you missed.
Listen, I think this team is good, but this number is just astronomical. And I'm going to take the Ravens under 11.5. If you getting to 12 wins in the NFL is just tough. And you're asking a team in what I consider to be, at least on paper heading into the year, the most difficult division in all of the NFL. So they're going to play 6 very, very tough games just right off the bat. We know that, right? You start to add all these things up with the Ravens and say, man, if you lose Lamar Jackson for 4 games to a rolled ankle, he is a mobile quarterback. It's not out of the realm of possibility that you know, something like that happens. Are you feeling comfortable then that team is going to be able to pick up wins along the way, playing in that division that they play in?
Please stand by for this special presentation of the iMedia One Network on the Live 365 Network and the Live 365 app.
Come from around the world.
Get it back into the Youngstown end. Clark in front for Verone, his shot block. Got the rebound. He scores!
They come from across the country.
Strathman to the rebound. 40 seconds left in the 5-on-3. Strathman, shot, scores!
Each path is different, every background diverse, but all arrive with the same goal. Every champion was once a contender. Every professional was once an amateur.
Now the puck is floated in, splitting the defense, going behind his star. That can't be, and he scores! What a goal for Kyle Connor!
They were born to be here.
One-timer and a save by Aiden Wright. My goodness, he robbed John Mustard on the one-time.
This moment is theirs.
Circle, shot, Wynn made the save. Rebound behind the cage. Elger, across, shot, glove, save, Colin Wynn.
The road to the NHL runs through Youngstown. It's time for Youngstown Phantoms Hockey on Western Reserve Radio.
Saturday nights are hockey nights. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, from the Cavelli Center in downtown Youngstown, Ohio. The United States Hockey League is proud to present regular season game number 60 for your Youngstown Phantoms. Tonight, they take on the Green Bay Gamblers. Good evening, sports fans. My name is Matt Lipsack, the voice of the Youngstown Phantoms. Pleased to be bringing you the action this evening on Western Reserve Radio and Flow Hockey. Phantoms and Gamblers were in action last night here at the Cavelli Center, game in which the Phantoms earned a 4-2 victory. Green Bay got on the board first at 5:22 of the first period. It was Blake Beshin, the former Phantom, with a power play goal, his 22nd goal of the season, and the Gamblers led 1-0. Youngstown tied it at 9:25 off the stick of Colson Hanrahan, his first in the USHL. Ryan Botterill and Nathan Lewis with the assists. Phantoms took a 2-1 lead at 13:51 of that first period with Botterill's 27th goal of the season. Charlie Serrato and Andrew Strathman with the helpers. Youngstown led 2-1 at the end of the first period. Green Bay tied it at the 5:25 mark of the second off the stick of Mikey D'Angelo, his 23rd of the season, second goal of the weekend. But the Phantoms retook the lead at 12-12. Brecken Smith, a nifty move to work one through the 5-hole of Gavin Moffett for Smith, his 5th goal of the season. Strathman and Jack Wilson with the assist. Youngstown adds an insurance goal at 11:18 of the third. Nathan Lewis, his 7th of the season. Serrato and Botterill with the assist, and that is how Youngstown got out of here last night with a 4-2 victory. Gavin Moffett took the loss. He stopped 32 out of 36. Aiden Wright got the win. He stopped 16 out of 18. Green Bay power play was 1 for 5. Youngstown power play was 1 for 4. Let's take a listen to last night's post-game interview with Phantoms head coach Ryan Ward.
Ryan, that was quite the performance tonight.
Yeah, I thought we were excellent. Our guys, I mean, after the 60-minute effort, I mean, it's been building for a while here, and we've been a little unlucky. We've had some crazy stuff go on, but at the end of the day, like Adam Patilla setting the tone with that fight, and you know, our guys just from the drop of the puck, like it was a determined group, and I mean, just proud to be their coach tonight. It was an awesome performance.
Ryan, the past 4 games, you've dominated the second period, but nothing to show for it on the score sheet. Finally tonight, Brecken Smith gets you on a board in the middle frame. Just what has led to the second period dominance the past couple of weeks, and what do you think about Brecken's goal?
Yeah, they called their. I mean, kind of lost control of these guys right now, but they called their own face-off play there in the neutral zone, and Brecken had a ton of poise with the puck, and obviously took it to the net and made the goalie open up, and it was great. As far as second periods go, you know, it's funny. Last year was the complete opposite. We were sucked in the second period, but this year we've been good in the second, and just tonight overall it was a complete game of exactly how we need to play.
So we talked about Colson Hanrahan in the defense, and he was an offensive player in the NCDC, and tonight he lights the lamp for you. What do you think?
Yeah, I love that kid. He's heart and soul. He's unbelievable mid-season ad, credit to our GMs and our group here, like coming up through the Black Bear program. Like it was, it's awesome to see a kid that's homegrown come up and the kid's going to get a scholarship to play Division I hockey. And I'm just proud of him. Like he came in and filled a role, and now he's starting to get comfortable making plays, and he's kind of a Swiss Army knife. So good for Colson. I love that kid, and he's probably one of the best teammates I've ever seen, and super, super happy for him to get his first. That was a pretty special moment for him.
Serrato, Botterill, Lewis, they just continue to go. What do you think of the top line tonight?
Yeah, I mean, those guys, that was an NHL game by those three. I think, there's not really much else to say. Those guys were the most dominant line I've ever seen in junior hockey tonight.
Your D gave up just 18 shots on goal. Talk about the defense.
Yeah, I'd be interested if you go back the last few games. Like we haven't given up much 5-on-5, and I think our D core is kind of maturing right in front of our eyes here a little bit, as is our team, which is probably the right time to do it. But yeah, our D have been great. We have tremendous depth. Aiden Wright has been great. And from the net out, it was just a great performance defensively, taking care of the puck, being above it, reloading, just everything. But our D core was certainly fantastic tonight.
Thanks, Ryan.
Thanks.
You hear it all the time. Why Youngstown State University? Here's why. Because when it comes to engineering, medicine, sports, business, and the skills you need to take your place in the world, we take a backseat to nobody. Because we're the kind of people who look out for each other. Because we care about you, your success, and our future together. We are Youngstown State University, and now you know why.
Feeling dehydrated or sluggish? Did you enjoy your Phantoms game just a little too much? We can help you get back on track and hydrated in record time. With our vitamin-infused IV drips, we'll have you feeling healthy and energized so you can get back to your busy schedule. Whether you want to boost your immune system, increase your energy, or stay healthy through the winter months, we can help. Find us on Facebook or theyoungstowndrip.com and book your appointment today.
Signature Granite in North Lima is your go-to in the countertop trade. We provide workmanship for both residential and commercial markets. In need of a new look in your kitchen, bathroom, bar, or any other countertop installation? Look no further. Our services include measurements, handcrafted custom fabrication, complete installation, custom edge finishing, and outdoor bars, and much more. For a free estimate, call 330-549-9770 and make your next project a signature.
Looking to buy or sell a home? Team Marzo with Next Home Go 30 Realty can help. As a premier real estate team in the Mahoning Valley, we bring a unique and progressive approach to real estate using top listing technology, unique signage, and best practices in mobile and online marketing. Our customer-centric approach combines the best of technology with years of marketing expertise to provide an exceptional buying or selling experience. Call us today at 330-503-2250 so you can move with Marzo.
Welcome back to Western Reserve Radio's coverage of the Youngstown Phantoms. Now here's the voice of the Phantoms, Matt Lipsack.
Welcome back inside the Cavelli Center during the pregame show. Let's take a look at tonight's scratch report. We'll start with the Green Bay Gamblers. You can scratch number 12, William Hughes, number 15, Libor Nemec, number 48, Josh Player, and number 86, Tanner Brunder. For the Phantoms, you can scratch number 8, Michael Monroe, number 9, Miles Gunty, number 25, Braden Clark, and number 28, Hunter Ramos. That was tonight's scratch report. Let's take a look at the starting lineups. We'll begin with the visiting Green Bay Gamblers, who entered tonight's game with a 34-17, 6-2 record. Their 76 points put them in second place in the USHL's Eastern Conference. Starting on the left wing out of Weingarten, Germany, the draft property of the Arizona Coyotes, number 29, Julian Lutz. At center, out of Estaca, Illinois, committed to Michigan State, number 19, Mikey D'Angelo. At right wing, out of Montreal, Quebec, committed to Northeastern, number 23, Ben Poitras. On defense, out of Victoria, Minnesota, committed to St. Thomas, number 6, Owen Buskins. And out of Boston, Massachusetts, committed to Ohio State in the draft property of the Colorado Avalanche, number 8, Chris Romaine. In net, out of Poprad, Slovakia, committed to Minnesota Duluth and the draft property of the Chicago Blackhawks, number 31, Adam Gajan. Gajan enters tonight's game with a 23-11, 3-1 record, a 3.38 goals against average, and a .894 save percentage. Gamblers are coached by Mike Leone. Associate head coach is Patrick McCadden. They are assisted by Mason Baptista and Chris Nell. And now for the Youngstown Phantoms, who entered tonight's game with a 30-19-6-4 record. Their 70 points put them in 4th place in the USHL's Eastern Conference. Starting at left wing out of Portugal Prairie, Manitoba, committed to Wisconsin, number 21, Ryan Botterill. At center out of Falston, Maryland, committed to Penn State, number 14, Charlie Serrato. At right wing out of Chicago, Illinois, committed to Ohio State, number 22, Nathan Lewis. On defense out of Raleigh, North Carolina, committed to New Hampshire, number 5, Connor DeHaro. And out of Ostrava, Czechia, committed to Providence College and the draft property of the New York Islanders, number 2, Tomasz Machu. In net out of Wake Forest, North Carolina, committed to Vermont, number 30, Aiden Wright. Wright enters tonight's game with an 11-5-2-2 record, a 2.65 goals against average, and a .899 save percentage with 1 shutout on the season. The Phantoms are coached in his 2nd season by Ryan Ward. The associate head coach is Andy Contoys. They are assisted by Brandon Gotkin and Brandon Dennis. The equipment manager is Steven Smith. The athletic trainer is Amber Martinelli. The goaltending coach is Neil Conway. Strength and conditioning coach, Tommy Malloy. Director of skill development is Carl Linden. And the general managers are Jason Deskins and Ryan Kosecki. The officials for tonight's game were selected by USA Hockey and are as follows. The referees will be Chaz Nocky and Eric Michaels. The linesmen will be Gustav Arendt and Christian Johansson. Just about 6 minutes remaining for a national anthem and puck drop here at the arena. We're going to step aside for a timeout. When we come back, we'll have Youngstown Phantoms hockey here for you on Western Reserve Radio and Flow Sports.
At 2 Men in a Truck, we know moving is tough, but we make it easy. Whether your move is big or small, we'll make it a smooth one. We're the movers who care, and we'll prove it with our 96% referral rate and courteous professional movers. For your next move, call 2 Men in a Truck Youngstown, 330-758-2110. That's 330-758-2110, and go Phantoms!
Passion, talent, development. NCAA hockey offers all that, and its players graduate at a 90% rate. Joe Pavelski.
Backhand scores! Wow, what a goal!
Johnny Gaudreau. And Torrey Krug were stars on campus before the NHL stage. Whether you are a fan or a player, nothing compares to college hockey. Visit collegehockeyinc.com and follow @collegehockey.
Champions of the college hockey world!
When disaster strikes, you don't have time to waste. You need Craigos Restoration, your trusted partner in restoring your home. From water damage and flood restoration to sewage cleanup, we've got you covered. And that's not all. We also offer pressure washing, mold remediation, and even interior demolition. Certified in flood and sewage damage restoration, we're the experts you can count on. Call Craigos Restoration today at 330-610-4193. 330-610-4193. Craigos Restoration, where your home's recovery begins.
Get me drain. Get me drain.
Drain or sewer problems? Call Get Me Drain at 330-758-5031 and get it fixed fast. Call now. 330-758-5031.
Premier Bank is powered by people. People like our proud and strong and wonderfully one-of-a-kind customers who trust us with their dreams and goals. People like our attentive employees who listen and collaborate to consistently deliver the best customer service in the business. People like those in our community who help us make the places we call home as strong as they can possibly be. People like you, who we look forward to connecting with at yourpremierbank.com. Premier Bank, powered by people. Member FDIC.
Just like the Phantoms, HBK CPAs and consultants know every successful team needs a winning game plan.
Count on the professionals at HBK CPAs and Consultants, HBK's Wealth Advisors, and HBK Valuation and Litigation Support for all of your personal and business tax, audit, assurance, financial planning, business consulting, and wealth management needs. For more than 65 years, the HBK family of firms have been advising thousands of clients on how to grow and protect their wealth. Contact them today so they can help you and your team do the same. Call 758-8613 or visit hbkcpa.com to learn how.
Looking to buy or sell a home? Team Marzo with Next Home Go 30 Realty can help. As a premier real estate team in the Mahoning Valley, we bring a unique and progressive approach to real estate using top listing technology, unique signage, and best practices in mobile and online marketing. Our customer-centric approach combines the best of technology with years of marketing expertise to provide an exceptional buying or selling experience. Call us today at 330-503-2250 so you can move with Marzo.
Veterans, the Mahoning County Veterans Service Commission is here to help you. Whether you served 5 years ago or 50 years ago, if you are honorably discharged from active military service, you may be eligible for benefits, including Veterans VA benefits, county financial assistance, assisted living benefits, and more. Our friendly and supportive staff is ready to help you. Go to mcveterans.org to see all of the benefits and services offered, or call today. The Mahoning County Veterans Service Commission, serving those who have served.
This prize is what you could win on the new $5 Wheel of Fortune scratch-off from the Ohio Lottery. There's only one letter missing at the end of BIGMONE. Why, yes, the answer is big money. $100,000 big money. And if you don't win, you can enter for a chance to attend a Wheel of Fortune live taping where you could win more big prizes. Lottery players are subject to Ohio laws and commission regulations. Play responsibly. Wheel of Fortune is a trademark of Califon Productions.
In the small town of Elmira, New York, a boy was born into an all-American family. The odds of him achieving his dream in the fashion industry? 1 in 23 million. The odds of having a child diagnosed with autism? 1 in 68. I am Tommy Hilfiger, and my family is affected by autism. Learn more at autismspeaks.org/signs. Brought to you by Autism Speaks and the Ad Council.
Driving has a rhythm all its own. Don't wreck it with a text. Before you get behind the wheel, silence your phone. Or better yet, designate a texter. For more text-free driving tips, visit stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration.
Ladies and gentlemen, today marks the 6-year anniversary of the
that struck the Humboldt Broncos organization of the Saskatchewan Junior Hockey League. On behalf of the USHL Board of Directors, players, coaches, GMs, billet families, and fans, we are thinking of you and your families, especially those of the 16 members of the Humboldt Broncos who passed away on that tragic day. Please rise and join us for a moment of silence for those fallen in the terrible tragedy. Thank you. Fans, please stay standing and remove your hats for the playing of the national anthem by the West Branch High School Band.
The West Branch High School Band bringing us the national anthem this evening. Go Warriors! Welcome back into the broadcast booth, ladies and gentlemen. Voice of the Phantoms, Matt Lipsack here with you on Western Reserve Radio and Flow Hockey. Phantoms and Gamblers for the 6th and final time this season. Green Bay 3-2 in the first 5. Youngstown 1-2. So Green Bay, by virtue of that third win, has the edge in the season series right now. Don't know if that's going to matter come tie-breaking time, as Green Bay has a large edge in regulation versus overtime wins. Youngstown, the 4-2 win last night here at the Covelli Center. As we are in the penultimate weekend of the regular season, Serrato and D'Angelo approach center ice. You can roll for initiative. We're underway as D'Angelo wins the draw. Back to Romaine. Debuskins back to Romaine near side. Floats it across the ice. Found Lutz. Chipped it ahead to D'Angelo. Into the zone. Down the left side. Got the shot away. Kick save by Aiden Wright. D'Angelo to his own rebound. Right corner. Cross point feed picked up by Lutz, sent over to Buskins. Back to Lutz, one-timer. Hit bodies in front, never got into right. Serrato will chip the rebound out to center, gathered in at the red line by Romaine, and sent back into the Phantoms' end. DeHaro behind the net to Machu. Shoveled up the wall for Lewis. Nate out to center off the body of Botterill, who gathered in the official's crease. Got it to Nate Lewis, dropped it back for DeHaro. Plays it off the near wall to himself. And D over to Machu. Pass was behind him, but no pressure from Green Bay right now. 40 seconds, more than that now into this first period. As Botterill can't gather in at center. Mini 2-on-1 here for the Gamblers. In the zone came Beshin. Dropped it behind him for Russell, but forced wide nicely by the defense of Sam Rinaldo. And Sam will pick up the loose puck, feed it around the near boards. Going to be kept at the point by the Gamblers. That was Harrington. Left corner. Humphrey. Spun off the check of Patilla. Sent it to the line. Somehow Galucci kept that in. I swear the puck went out to the neutral zone as Humphrey sent it up for the point, but nobody was there as Botterill got his stick slashed, but no call forthcoming. As he dumped it back behind his own net, DeHaro will fire it out to center. Patilla will usher it along. No icing here. Can be picked up behind the cage by Peterson. Around to Larson, bumped by Patilla. Gave it back to Larson. Strathman kept it to the point for a moment before Dorr picked it up and had it stolen by Lev Katzen. His shot wide of the cage. Rebound over to Dorr. Through Shagabe. Dorr held the line back to Shagabe at the half wall. Tried to send it down low, picked off by Strathman. Floats it around to the right wing corner for Wilson. Up the near boards for Daniel Yenchko. Cross-ice feed for Strathman. He'll fire it back near side to Wilson. Jacket center for Young. Grant into the zone. Over to Strathman down the right wall. Cycles it down low, but Young wasn't ready. Going to come near side for Veronin. Kuzma catches up to it just at the top of the circle. Sent it down low for Young. Grant around the cage to the far side. In front of the blue paint. Hit bodies and came back to Young near side. Shot got blocked along the way, and skating it ahead will be the Gamblers. Dorr brought it to the red line, sent it into the Youngstown zone. Green Bay to the line change. Pittner snaps it ahead to Burchell. Mikey around the kick plate. Just got it past Ludwig. Bounce to Rusinski. To Veronin, back into the corner for Rusinski. Rue up the near wall for Osborne. D over to Pittner. Torrey tried to feed it into the slot, hit a stick, came to the line, held by Osborne. Off the touch by Rusinski, played it down low. Off of Danilov, it came back to Rusinski. Rue walks the goal line, forced down low by the defensive Ludwig. Back to the half wall, Burchell. Lifted a stick, got it at the point, tried to send it back down low. Gamblers will fire it out to center. Right to the stick of Pittner, however. He'll fire it back in. Phantoms resume the attack. Guyon stops it behind the cage. Tried to send it up the near side. My near side, your far side as you're watching on Hockey TV. It redirected off a Phantom stick, but nobody from Youngstown able to fire it into the empty cage. Now behind the Phantoms net, Bomidian chipped it ahead to Marin. Now Brecken Smith. Smith had the game-winning goal last night. Sends it to the far wall. But offside on the zone entry are the Youngstown Phantoms. We have our first whistle of regulation. 3 minutes and 27 seconds into the first period, which is presented by Price Heating and Cooling. Actually, they don't have any shots on the board yet. I believe Green Bay has at least one. In fact, they had it on the opening shift of the game. The stick of Mikey D'Angelo. They just haven't put it on the board yet. Serrato wins the draw, Hanrahan. Off the near wall, Botterill will pick it up and sweep it in. Buskins gets to it in the right corner. Shovels it up the wall to Julian Lutz. Stolen at center by Botterill. Kind of fanned on his pass, but did trickle it through to Serrato. Back to Botterill, has Buskins draped all over him. One-handed it off the net as it's fed in front off of Serrato. Came to Hanrahan, sends it over the wall for Botterill. Shot scores! I'm going to dance a two-step in Toledo. Ryan Botterill, goal number 28 on the season. And Youngstown, on their first shot of the game, has a 1-0 lead. Time of the goal, 3:51. As this top line for the Phantoms just keeps going. So I think we're going to see Botterill from Hanrahan and either Serrato or Lewis, one of the two. But Hanrahan will definitely get the primary assist as Green Bay controls the draw. Bringing near side was, far side was Gallucci, and firing it into the Youngstown zone came around to the right wing corner. Behind the net, it is Humphrey, fed out in front. Phantom chip it to the line, was kept in by Harrington. Here's a shot from Gallucci that was redirected, went high and wide. Behind the net, Machu shoves it up the far wall. Played out to center by DeHaro. Bumped back in by the Gamblers. They will have to touch up as Machu goes D over to DeHaro. Sent down into the right wing corner of the Green Bay zone. Harrington fired it behind the cage, but went right to Yenchko. Up to the point for DeHaro. Connor toward the cage, hit a body along the way, never got into Guyon. Besh into the rebound, chips it off the dasher and out to center. At the Youngstown line was Humphrey. Send it over to Russell. His shot right to the glove of Aiden Wright, and he will hang on. 15-17 left in the first as Patilla has something to say to Ryan Humphrey. And Charlie Russell wants to come over and have a word with Adam Patilla, linesman, in to separate them. Face off to the blocker side of Aiden Wright. Shagabe to take the draw against Young. Young won it cleanly. Strathman Faked right, went left. Up the near side, Veronin. Back to the play. Tripped over Katzen. No call there. Good no call, as Veronin just kind of tripped himself. Wilson carries it ahead to the red line and sends it into the zone. Hits a stanchion, comes around to the left wing corner. Young tried to send it down low. Green Bay got a stick on that. They'll float it off the window and out to center. Dorr can't play it away from Strathman. Poked off of his twig, though, on about the third effort. Dorr battling for it below the red line. Got it to Katzen, but he's bumped off the puck nicely by Wilson. Veronin, pass ahead, redirected, but Dorr had it taken away by Burchell, and he'll bring it through center. Mikey dances through a check, but the puck is going to roll to Larson. Around the boards and down the ice it goes, but the Gamblers are guilty of an icing violation. 14:31 left in this first period. Phantoms with the 1-0 lead off the stick of Ryan Botterill. Team leading 28th goal of the season. Face off to the right of Guyon. Serrato to take the draw against Shagave. Serrato wins that draw. Down the wall comes Osborne. Luke had it poked off his twig by Larson. Lewis picked it up, played it in front. Botterill couldn't put it home. Back to the line, kept by Pittner. Torrey snapped it across the ice to Serrato. Fed in front looking for Lewis, but Guyon threw the trapper on top of it, and we'll have our media timeout. 14:16 left in the first. Phantoms lead 1-0. Listening to Youngstown Phantoms Hockey on West Reserve Radio and Flow Sports.
At 2 Men in a Truck, we know moving is tough, but we make it easy. Whether your move is big or small, we'll make it a smooth one. We're the movers who care, and we'll prove it with our 96% referral rate and courteous professional movers. For your next move, call 2 Men in a Truck Youngstown, 330-758-2110. That's 330-758-2110, and go Phantoms!
We now return you to Phantoms Hockey on Western Reserve Radio and the voice of the Phantoms, Matt Lipsack.
Welcome back inside the Gavelli Center. 14:16 left in the first period. Phantoms with the 1-0 lead. Goal belongs to Ryan Botterill. Colson Hanrahan, primary assist. Face-off will be in the Gambler zone, so they're going to drop the puck to the left of Adam Guyon. Serrato to take the draw against D'Angelo. And Serrato won that draw, but couldn't work it to a teammate. Gamblers play it over to the wall. Buskins had it taken away by Lewis. Nate fed it in front. Off of Serrato, it came to the weak side. Gamblers will stick it ahead. Out at center, it's Poitras, knocked down by Pittner. Rolls down into the Phantom zone. Around the cage comes Osborne to the near side. Chipped it past Lutz, got it to Serrato. Through the check of D'Angelo, rolls into the zone. Botterill trying to keep the line. He's not going to do it. So it's sent back out to center by the Gamblers. Ahead comes D'Angelo across the top of the circle. Shot, missed the net. Rebound side of the cage for Romaine. Up to the point for a one-time clapper into the glove of Aiden Wright. That came off the stick of Ben Poitras. It's the high forward on the play. Shot was going high, would not have been on net, but Wright deciding to slow things down. 13:38 left in this first period. Which is presented by our friends at Price Heating and Cooling. Face off to the glove side of Aiden Wright. Youngstown gets a face-off warning. They don't like the way Hanrahan's lined up. Rusinski won the draw. Marin played it over to the corner. Boumediene, one touch at it, came back to him. Sasha going to slow things down. Pass deflected out to center, did make it to its intended target of Marin, but Rusinski can't continue the attack ahead, and Green Bay will send it back into the Phantom's end. That was Danilov firing it in his Hanrahan. Took a bump from Baker, got it around the wall to Smith, and out to center for Rusinski. Rue gained the red line, fired it around to the left corner for Marin. Touched away from him at the last moment as Baker lifts it out to center for the Gamblers. Hanrahan picks it up at his line, sends it out to center for Rusinski. Rusinski tangled up with the legs of Carcone, no penalty. And it'll be O'Malley backtracking toward his own line, back to Carcone and sent across the ice. Russell picked it up and then had to drop it back as the timing on the zone entry was thrown off. Now Russell will sweep it into the zone, but right to the stick of Hanrahan. Sends it off the far window and out to center. Knocked down by Humphrey. Fed over to Beschen for the shot by Humphrey now. Stick save by Aiden Wright. Now up to the point for Gallucci. Across over to Harrington. Side of the net for Humphrey. Shot saved by Wright. Rebound below the cage. Beschen around the wall, up to the point for Gallucci. Back down the wall to Russell. Poked away from him by Rusinski. Bounces it to Smith, who will send it softly off the window and down the ice. Don't know if this one has enough steam on it for icing. It does not. Humphrey spins away from Yechko, but was stripped of the puck by Patilla. Patilla tried a centering feed, hit a Green Bay stick, came around the wall to Beschen on the near side. He'll skate it to center. Blake across the red line, brought it to the blue, chipped it into the zone. Machu couldn't clear, sent it right back to Beschen. Fed into the slot. Machu just going to pick it off and lift it out to center again. Gallucci back forward in his own zone. Carries it behind the cage. Penn State commits, sends it up the near wall to Harrington, out to Dorr at center. Into the Phantom zone. Wright couldn't slow it down and came around to Katzen on the far side. Shagabe tried to feed it down low. Couldn't make it to Dorr as Patilla started to carry it ahead. Bumped off of his stick and rolled to Machu, who got it out to center, but his pass ahead redirected back into the zone by Shagabe. DeHaro, D-to-D over to Machu. Back to DeHaro, middle of the ice. Connor out to the red line, redirected into the zone by Ronaldo. He'll go off for a change as the Gamblers bounce it back out to center. Shagabe with it, sends it around to the far side. Just bounced under Larson's stick, but he's going to be able to catch up to it and get it out to center. Dorr skates into the Phantom zone down the left wall. One hand on his stick. Tried to spin behind the net, but he was bumped off by Machu. Puck was left there. Young kicked it free, got it over to Machu. Fired ahead for Veronin. Kuzma into the zone, 2-on-3. Toward the far wall. Looks for a trailer. Instead, just going to cycle it down low. Rolls through Larson. Peterson will sweep it around the wall, but it's going to be picked up by Strathman. Strathman, 98 points in his USHL career. Ducks around a man. Strathman, top of the circle. Little bobble, able to force it at least down low and deny the Gamblers a rush down ice. Katzen took a bump from Strathman as he's trying to keep the play alive. Came to Veronin, now Young. Young in the slot for Birchall. He couldn't pull the trigger, and the Green Bay will get the clear. Out to center is a nice hit there delivered by Strathman on Katzen. Wilson from behind his net to Strathman up the far wall. Couldn't make it to Birchall. Picked up by D'Angelo. He'll bounce it into the slot for a shot by Poitras. That is saved by Aiden Wright. And Wright will cover the rebound. 10-17 left in the first period. Phantoms with a 1-0 lead. Green Bay leading on the shot counter right now 6-2, but Phantoms' first shot of the game found its way behind Adam Guyon. That was off the stick of Ryan Botterill. Face off to the blocker side of Aiden Wright. Serrato to take the draw against D'Angelo. Serrato won the draw, got it to Pittner. His pass redirected by D'Angelo, but Phantom's able to work it around the wall, got it to Botterill out to center for Serrato. Touch to Lewis. Nate looks for the trailer, bounced off of Serrato, but picked off by D'Angelo. He couldn't clear. Botterill ran into him. To Lewis. Makes a move to the middle. Tried to feed it to Serrato, but Serrato went left and the puck went right. Picked up by the Gamblers. Will bank it off the dasher and out the center. Poitras couldn't find it. Puck was in his skates, able to regather, get it into the left wing corner, looking for Lutz. Up the wall, Poitras got it past Lewis, back to Lutz. To D'Angelo in the slot, backhander save, right, rebound kicked out again, and then the second rebound went behind the net. D'Angelo just pitchforked it out in front, came to the wall, Phantoms got it out to center. 9:30 left in the first, Phantoms lead 1-0. Into the zone comes Romain Buskins. Top of the left circle, steps in, shot, blocked by Pittner, rebound in front, picked up by Osborne. Luke looking for options, fired it ahead off of Smith. Brecken to the right wing corner, left it there for Rusinski, who battles Buskins. Up the far wall, Green Bay trying to clear, they will. Russell ahead into the zone. His shot blocked by Boumediene as he gained the hash marks. Sasha to the rebound, floats it around to the far corner for Smith. Up the middle and out to Marin at center. Zach into the zone. Was 3-on-3, but then Marin lost the puck. Ludwig in the corner, up the wall to Beschen. To the line. High stick on the puck against the Phantoms, and we'll have immediate timeout. 8:44 left in the first. Youngstown leads 1-0. Listening to Youngstown Phantoms Hockey on Western Reserve Radio and Flow Sports.
Just like the Phantoms, HBK CPAs and consultants know every successful team needs a winning game plan. Count on the professionals at HBK CPAs and consultants, HBK's wealth advisors, and HBK valuation and litigation support for all of your personal and business tax, audit, assurance, financial planning, business consulting, and wealth management needs. For more than 65 years, the HBK family of firms have been advising thousands of clients on how to grow and protect their wealth. Contact them today so they can help you and your team do the same. Call 758-8613 or visit hbkcpa.com to learn how.
We now return you to Phantoms Hockey on Western Reserve Radio and the voice of the Phantoms, Matt Lipsack.
Welcome back inside the Gavelli Center. 8:44 left in the first. Phantoms with the 1-0 lead. Green Bay up big on the shot counter, 8-2. But Youngstown with the lone goal here on the game came from Ryan Botterill. The early moments of this first period. Face-off will be in the neutral zone. No, actually, they're going to bring the puck all the way down for the face-off. Youngstown was guilty of a high stick on the puck in the offensive end. Looks like they're going to drop it to the glove side of Aiden Wright. Be Young to take the draw against Saga Bay. Young won it cleanly, but Midian to the end wall. Shovels it up near side for Hanrahan. Bumped off the kick plate to Birchall and then chipped out the center, but was looking for Young. Redirected away from him by Katzen. Rolled down to the Green Bay defense. Snapped it ahead at center. Did Dorr get a piece of it? Yes, he did, so no icing on the plays, but Midian carries it around the net. His pass ahead redirected by Dorr, but it bounced to Young. Grant snapped it out to center. Blocked by Gallucci. Dumped it back in. But Midian pitchforks at it. Got it to Young. Worked it up the wall. Kept by Gallucci. His shot hit Hanrahan in front. Never got into right. Shagabay to the rebound in the left corner. Left it for Dorr. Up the wall, past Birchall and out to center. Gallucci back into his own end for it. Dances away from Birchall. Had to cut past Veronin as well, but it's Birchall. At least worked it away from him for a moment on the back check as Birchall loses his footing. Gambler shovel it into the Phantom zone, but it bounces to Machu. He'll spin it over to DeHaro near side. Connor to center for Young. Red line in blue into the zone. Dance through the hit of, I believe it was Baker, but he lost the puck, and Green Bay will clear it out to center. Rolled to Machu in his own end. D over to DeHaro. Phantoms changing. As DeHaro drops it back from Machu to Yenchko to Patilla to a crashing Ronaldo. Shot, Guyon kicked it out to the right point for Machu. His shot wide of the cage. Ronaldo to the rebound. Back up to the point for Machu. Eyes the cage. Got the shot away. Redirected by Patilla. Went wide. DeHaro pinching in for the rebound. Ronaldo stopped it up at the half wall. Yenchko hustled over to be the F3, but Green Bay able to clear it out the center. Poked away from Danilov by a back-checking DeHaro, but Danilov will catch up to it in the right corner where he'll tangle with DeHaro and Machu Carcone in to support his centerman Danilov as well. Referee Chaz Naki telling him to move the puck as Machu just has it stapled to that kick plate. His skate and Danilov's skate finally comes free for just a moment. Carcone works it free, and we'll get back to action here as the Phantoms poke it to the line. Was kept by Peterson. So over to Larson. His shot wide of the net. DeHaro to the rebound as he gets submarined by Carcone. Phantoms ice the puck on the play. 6:28 left in this first period. First period presented by Price Heating and Cooling. Interesting board battle down there is Misha Danilov, 5'7", 145 against Tomesh Machu, 6'4", 195. Machu just having his way with the smaller forward in the right wing corner as Youngstown wins the draw, but DeHaro couldn't find Yenchko. Kept at the point by the Gamblers as the puck pops up in the air. High stick on the puck by the Phantoms, wiped out by a Gambler touch as D'Angelo's shot is blocked by Patilla. He plays it out to center. Buskins and Ronaldo hustling down the ice. They're going to wave off icing here as Ronaldo will send it around to the left wing corner. Phantoms able to get a line change started. Up the near side, Poitras had it hit off the linesman. It bounced to D'Angelo. Lewis kept the line. Nate to his knees, back up as he battles with his future Ohio State teammate Romaine. Out to the point. Kept by the Phantoms as Wilson shot. Saved by Guyon. Rebound to Buskins around the cage. Serrato poked it to Lewis. Just stayed in the zone. No, they're going to say Botterill there. Could not keep it. Covelli Center crowd doesn't like it. It was close. It was very close. Dave Ferris says it never crossed the blue line. I know Botterill was hustling over there. I thought it might have just squeaked across, but I trust Dave's eyes more than I do my own. Let's be honest. 5:44 left in the first. Serrato wins the draw cleanly, but it goes past Strathman, and the captain will have to retreat into his own zone for it. He'll go D to D over to Wilson, far side. Out to the officials' crease for Lewis to redirect into the Green Bay end. Harrington picks it up, carries it around the cage to the near side. Got past the stick check of Serrato. Harrington still with it. But as Green Bay entered the zone, they were offside. 5:25 left in the first. Face-off will be just outside the Youngstown blue line, right in front of the Phantoms bench near side, as Youngstown attacks from right to left here in the first period as you watch Flow Hockey. Gamblers win the draw, fire it into the zone. Strathman got there first along the end wall, left it for Wilson, shoveled it near side for Botterill. Bots had a little bobble, but got out to center off of Lewis, so no icing on the play. Strathman got to it first below the goal line. Strat to the corner. Center point. Wilson, toe drag shot, redirected wide by the Phantoms. Marin fired it toward the net, blocked. I think it hit Serrato in front. Charlie got to the rebound, played to Marin. Tried to get into the circle for Lewis. Pass did not click. Strathman will pick it up along the far wall. Strat bounced around Humphrey. Up to the point, kept by Marin. Zach down the wall, his pass blocked by Russell. Second effort, it's actually going to bounce back to Russell here. Phantoms did maintain the zone for a moment. Russell able to get it out to center, but he was knocked down by Rusinski. Rue with the puck into the zone. Right hash marks. Up to the point for Pittner. D to D. Osborne. Shot. Guyon glove save. He'll hang on. As a crowd gathers to the near side of the Green Bay net. Cooler head's going to prevail there. Face-off will be to the right of Guyon, who scoreboard said has only faced 3 shots. As here off the draw, Youngstown gets the win. Marin didn't pull the trigger quickly. Now he'll turn and fire. Missed the cage, as that one was a rising wrister from up near the blue line from Zach Marin. Katzen up the boards. His clearing attempt picked off by Rusinski. Tries to start the cycle anew, but it comes to Ludwig behind the net. Brings it near side, sends it out to center. They're going to say Dorr did get a piece of it, so no icing on Green Bay as Pittner fires it around the kick plate. Picked up in the neutral zone by O'Malley. Drop back for Larson. Up to the line off of Dorr. Came to Osborne in the corner. Left it for Pittner. He'll send it off the dasher. Couldn't clear it past Shagabe. And Shagabe sends it down low to Dorr. Dorr walking the goal line. Has a man crashing the back door. That was Katzen. The pass didn't click. Bounced off of Dorr and into the front. Katzen to Peterson. His shot kicked out by right. Rebound high slot. Dorr turned, fired, missed the net. Shot was blocked by Smith. Rebound to Katzen. Starts the cycle, sends it through Shagabe around to the near corner. Veronin hustling over to it. Got it away from the crashing defenseman Peterson. Left corner. Pittner out to center. Picked up there by Larson. Danced around Smith. Brought it into the zone. Down the wall. Lutz. Shot right. Save. Covers the rebound. Face-off will be to the blocker side of Aiden Wright as the Gamblers. 10 shots here in the first period. Youngstown just with 3, but they have the 1-0 lead. Serrato to take the draw against D'Angelo. Serrato won the draw, but it bounced on net as he battled against D'Angelo for it, and Wright will just throw the trapper on top of it. I wonder if Green Bay gets credit for they are going to credit Green Bay for a shot on net there, even though It was Serrato that sent the puck on his own cage. At least that was my view. Maybe it was D'Angelo. I was screened by the linesman. Here off the draw again, Serrato plays it off the linesman's skate, able to gather it in and get it out to center. Picked up there by Romaine, fired back in, hit a stanchion, came into the slot. Machu will send it over to the far wall. Lutz in the circle for D'Angelo. His shot sticked away by Wright. Serrato to the rebound, sends it up the near side. Romaine keeps it, sent it down low, but it hit off of Serrato, bounced to DeHaro, and out to center for Botterill. Across the ice looking for Lewis. It was deflected. He got it to Serrato. Charlie fed it through and couldn't find Botterill as he was crashing the near post. D'Angelo into the zone. Nice gap there by Machu, but the puck rolls to Romaine. He's in the left circle, sticked away from him by Serrato. Botterill will carry ahead. Bots to the red line and the blue. Botterill. Puck bounced on him as he was trying to take a shot. Buskins takes him to the end wall. Phantom's forwards are changing behind the play. This puck comes out to the line, kept by Machu. He'll fire a shot that is blockered away by Guyon. Rebound. Out to center by the Gamblers. Beshin. Behind him to Lutz. Being watched by Birchall as he tries to send it down the far wall. Gambler sent it behind the Phantom's net, but DeHaro got there first, back up the far side, made it to Birchall, bounced it to the line. It was kept by Gallucci, redirected on the net by Russell. Might have even gone off the side of the net. Don't know if that actually ended up going on the cage as the puck comes toward center point. Kept at the line by Harrington to Russell, down into the corner for Humphrey. Up the wall, stolen by Birchall, and he's just able to work it out to center for Russell. Overtook the puck from behind, brings it over to the front of his bench, throws some snow and drops it back for the defense. Gallucci off the boards into the Phantom zone. DeHaro right back out to center. Picked up by Gallucci, fired right back in. Around the kick plate it comes. DeHaro couldn't get it away from Dorr. Neither could Hanrahan as it's Shagabe sending it over to Humphrey. Humphrey back to Shagabe. Up the far wall. Tried to drop it back to the point for Larson. It hopped over his stick and went out to center. Picked up just across the red line by Humphrey. He'll gain the red line and fire it in. DeHaro. Looks like he put it out of play with 66 seconds left in the first period. I'm going to say DeHaro's clearing attempt did at least hit the glass. They'll allow Youngstown a line change as they prepare to drop the puck to the left of Aiden Wright. Ronaldo to take the draw against Shagabe, who won it. Up to the point. Romaine shot off the tip of the glove of Wright in behind the net. Shagabe battles Ronaldo. Side of the cage, Door, less than a minute remaining. Buskins, point to point for Romaine. Shot, blocker save, Wright, and into the meshing. 49.9 left in this first period. Face-off to the glove side of Aiden Wright. Serrato to take the draw against Poitras. Serrato wins it cleanly, picked up by Strathman. Floats over the wall, sends it off the window and down the ice. No icing here. Romaine picks up at the bottom of the left circle, sends it around looking for Buskins. Lewis got a stick on it, but Buskins did work it up the wall to Poitras and out to center. Wilson picked it up at the red line. His dump-in attempt hit the stick of Poitras and bounced back into the Youngstown zone. Serrato will leave it for Strathman with 27 seconds left in the period. Played ahead for Serrato, but offside. I don't know about that one. 23.8 left in this first period. Faceoff will be just outside the Youngstown blue line on the two-line offside pass. Serrato to take the draw against Russell this time. Phantoms change up the defensive pair, Osborne and Pittner out here now. As Serrato wins the draw off the skates of Botterill. Bounce back to Pittner. To Lewis. Tried to stick it ahead to Serrato. Pass was blocked by Gallucci. Played out to center. Serrato swept it down toward the Green Bay end. Picked up by the Gamblers and played back toward the Youngstown line as Pittner got away with an elbow there on Humphrey. Beshin will played into the Youngstown zone, and that will do it for the first period as Nathan Lewis puts Ryan Humphrey in a bear hug, and teams are going to get together here. Serrato battles with Russell. Botterill battles with Gallucci. Cooler heads may be going to prevail here, as Ryan Humphrey barking at one of our officials, looking for a call on that hit against Torrey Pittner. All right, looks like the linesmen have this settled down, and teams are going to head to the locker room. Youngstown leads 1-0 at the end of 20 minutes of play. Shots on goal 12-3 in favor of Green Bay at the end of 20 minutes. Going to go ahead and step aside for a timeout. When we come back, we'll have the first intermission report here for you on Western Reserve Radio and Flow Hockey.
The Mahoning Valley's leader for golf, Milk Creek Golf Course, is now booking tee times for 2024. We offer stay and play opportunities available with 9 area hotel partners. For more information, visit our website at millcreekmetroparks.org. Also, look for new, exciting opportunities coming soon, including an indoor player development center with Trackman, an indoor Callaway club fitting center, and an Odyssey fitting studio in 2024. Follow us on Facebook at Milk Creek Golf Course or call 330-740-7112. At 2 Men in a Truck, we know moving is tough, but we make it easy. Whether your move is big or small, we'll make it a smooth one. We're the movers who care, and we'll prove it with our 96% referral rate and courteous professional movers. For your next move, call 2 Men in a Truck Youngstown, 330-758-2110. That's 330-758-2110, and go Phantoms!
Passion, talent, development. NCAA hockey offers all that, and its players graduate at a 90% rate. Joe Pavelski.
Backhand scores! Wow, what a goal!
Johnny Gaudreau. And Torrey Krug were stars on campus before the NHL stage. Whether you are a fan or a player, nothing compares to college hockey. Visit collegehockeyinc.com and follow @collegehockey.
Champions of the college hockey world!
When disaster strikes, you don't have time to waste. You need Craigos Restoration, your trusted partner in restoring your home. From water damage and flood restoration to sewage cleanup, we've got you covered. And that's not all. We also offer pressure washing, mold remediation, and even interior demolition. Certified in flood and sewage damage restoration, we're the experts you can count on. Call Craigos Restoration today at 330-610-4193. 330-610-4193. Craigos Restoration, where your home's recovery begins.
The Doubletree by Hilton Youngstown Downtown is proud to be the official hotel partner of the Youngstown Phantoms. Located in downtown's historical standby building and fully updated with today's amenities while preserving its historical charm and neoclassical architecture of 1907. Offering modern conveniences such as on-site room service, free Wi-Fi, complimentary business center, and a 24-hour fitness center. Events are also memorable with over 5,000 square feet of meeting space, including our top floor ballroom accented by 13-foot ceilings, Palladian windows, and views from 12 stories up. Conveniently located within walking distance to the Cavelli Center, the Youngstown Foundation Amphitheater, Youngstown State University, Oh Wow Science Center, and Dior Performing Arts Center, the Doubletree by Hilton Youngstown Downtown is a proud partner of the Youngstown Phantoms and invites you to be our valued guest.
Get me drain. Get me drain.
Drain or sewer problems? Call Get Me Drain at 330-758-5031 and get it fixed fast. Call now, 330-758-5031.
In the small town of Elmira, New York, a boy was born into an all-American family. The odds of him achieving his dream in the fashion industry? 1 in 23 million. The odds of having a child diagnosed with autism? 1 in 68. I am Tommy Hilfiger, and my family is affected by autism. Learn more at autismspeaks.org/signs. Brought to you by Autism Speaks and the Ad Council.
Driving has a rhythm all its own. Don't wreck it with a text. Before you get behind the wheel, silence your phone. Or better yet, designate a texter. For more text-free driving tips, visit stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration.
WWE superstar Alberto Del Rio, take one.
Behold the angry giant.
Try it again, Alberto.
Behold the angry giant.
Perfect. Good luck tonight.
Behold the angry giant.
Yay! Read me another one, Dad.
This is WWE superstar Alberto Del Rio. It only takes a moment to make a moment. Take time to be a dad today.
Visit fatherhood.gov, brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
Welcome back to Western Reserve Radio's coverage of the Youngstown Phantoms. Now here's the voice of the Phantoms, Matt Lipsack.
Welcome back inside the Cavelli Center for the first intermission report. At the end of 20 minutes of play, the Youngstown Phantoms have a 1-0 lead over the Green Bay Gamblers. Shots on goal in that first period, 12-3 in favor of the Gamblers, but it was the Phantoms scoring on their first shot of the game. Came at 3:51 off the stick of Ryan Botterill, his team leading 28th of the season. Colson Hanrahan and Nathan Lewis with the helpers. That's really all we had to talk about from the first period of play, as shockingly, if you've been paying attention to this series, there were no penalties called in the first period. Adam Guyon stopped 2 out of 3. Aiden Wright stopped 12 out of 12. We're going to go ahead and step aside for a timeout. When we come back, we'll take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard here for you on Western Reserve Radio and Flow Hockey.
Premier Bank is powered by people. People like our proud and strong and wonderfully one-of-a-kind customers who trust us with their dreams and goals. People like our attentive employees who listen and collaborate to consistently deliver the best customer service in the business. People like those in our community who help us make the places we call home as strong as they can possibly be. People like you, who we look forward to connecting with at yourpremierbank.com. Premier Bank, powered by people. Member FDIC.
Just like the Phantoms, HBK CPAs and consultants know every successful team needs a winning game plan. Count on the professionals at HBK CPAs and consultants, HBK's wealth advisors, and HBK valuation and litigation support for all of your personal and business tax, audit, assurance, financial planning, business consulting, and wealth management needs. For more than 65 years, the HBK family of firms have been advising thousands of clients on how to grow and protect their wealth. Contact them today so they can help you and your team do the same. Call 758-8613 or visit hbkcpa.com to learn how.
Looking to buy or sell a home? Team Marzo with Next Home Go 30 Realty can help. As a premier real estate team in the Mahoning Valley, we bring a unique and progressive approach to real estate using top listing technology, unique signage, and best practices in mobile and online marketing. Our customer-centric approach combines the best of technology with years of marketing expertise to provide an exceptional buying or selling experience. Call us today at 330-503-2250 so you can move with Marzo.
Signature Granite in North Lima is your go-to in the countertop trade. We provide workmanship for both residential and commercial markets. In need of a new look in your kitchen, bathroom, bar, or any other countertop installation? Look no further. Our services include measurements, handcrafted custom fabrication, complete installation, custom edge finishing, and outdoor bars, and much more. For a free estimate, call 330-549-9770 and make your next project a signature.
Veterans, the Mahoning County Veteran Service Commission is here to help you. Whether you served 5 years ago or 50 years ago, if you are honorably discharged from active military service, you may be eligible for benefits, including Veterans VA benefits, county financial assistance, assisted living benefits, and more. Our friendly and supportive staff is ready to help you. Go to mcveterans.org to see all of the benefits and services offered, or call today. The Mahoning County Veteran Service Commission, serving those who have served.
You hear it all the time. Why Youngstown State University? Here's why. Because when it comes to engineering, medicine, sports, business, and the skills you need to take your place in the world, we take a backseat to nobody. Because we're the kind of people who look out for each other. Because we care about you, your success, and our future together. We are Youngstown State University, and now you know why.
Feeling dehydrated or sluggish? Did you enjoy your Phantoms game just a little too much? We can help you get back on track and hydrated in record time. With our vitamin-infused IV drips, we'll have you feeling healthy and energized so you can get back to your busy schedule. Whether you want to boost your immune system, increase your energy, or stay healthy through the winter months, we can help. Find us on Facebook or theyoungstowndrip.com and book your appointment today.
This prize is what you could win on the new $5 Wheel of Fortune scratch-off from the Ohio Lottery. There's only one letter missing at the end of BIGMONE. Why, yes, the answer is big money. $100,000 big money. And if you don't win, you can enter for a chance to attend a Wheel of Fortune live taping where you could win more big prizes. Lottery players are subject to Ohio laws and commission regulations. Play responsibly. Wheel of Fortune is a trademark of Califon Productions.
Show off your Youngstown pride by sporting the latest in Phantoms gear. Don't know where to get it? Head over to youngstownphantoms.com and click on the Team Shop link for the latest in jerseys, hats, t-shirts, hoodies, and more. Let everyone know that you're the biggest Phantoms fan around. And be sure to stop by the Dunkin' Donuts Team Shop next time you're at the Cavelli Center. Head to youngstownphantoms.com and visit the Team Shop today.
Welcome back to Western Reserve Radio's coverage of the Youngstown Phantoms. Now here's the voice of the Phantoms, Matt Lipsack.
Welcome back inside the Cavelli Center during the first intermission report. Phantoms have a 1-0 lead over the Green Bay Gamblers. Take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard. Second period just underway in Des Moines. The Fargo Force with a 4-0 lead over the Buccaneers. Team USA with a 1-0 lead over Muskegon. Omaha and Lincoln tied at 2 minutes left in the first. First intermission at the Viero Center. The Sioux Falls Stampede and Tri-City Storm are tied at 1. Waterloo Blackhawks with a 3-0 lead over the Cedar Rapids Rough Riders. And then getting underway in the next 20 minutes, U17s are in Madison, and the Chicago Steel are in Dubuque to take on the Fighting Saints. Over to the NHL scoreboard. Games currently in action. Second intermission at the Shark Tank. San Jose leads St. Louis 2-0. Columbus leads the Flyers 2-0 at the first intermission. First intermission at Le Centre Bell, and the Leafs and the Habs are scoreless. First intermission in Ottawa, and the Devils are up 3-0 on the Senators. Halfway through the first period on Long Island, the Predators and the Islanders are scoreless. Later tonight, the Oilers will be in Calgary to take on the Flames, and the Canucks will be in LA to battle the Kings. Earlier this afternoon, the Penguins almost blow a 4-1 lead, end up winning 5-4 in regulation. Bruins 3-2 winners in overtime over the Panthers. Blackhawks beat the Stars 3-2. Jets over the Wild 4-2. Take a look at the Major League Baseball scoreboard. Maybe. There we go. Bottom of the fourth in Kansas City, the White Sox and the Royals are scoreless. As my page refreshes and wipes out all of the scores. And it does again. All right, no baseball scores. Take a look at the men's basketball Final Four, and right now with 5 minutes left in the second, Purdue has an 8-point lead over NC State, 55-43. Actually, check that is a 12-point lead. All right, now that I'm on ESPN.com, let's try to get some baseball scores. Guardians were 3-1 winners over the Twins. Pirates 5-4 winners over the Orioles. O'Neal Cruz with the walk-off single. Texas Rangers lead the Houston Astros 1-0 at the top of the third in Arlington. Yankees lead the Blue Jays 3-0 in the bottom of the second in the Bronx. Top of the fourth in Milwaukee, the Mariners lead the Brewers 3-0. Bottom of the second in Atlanta, and the Diamondbacks with a 6-0 lead over the Braves there in the early going. Getting underway later tonight, the Rays will be in Colorado to take on the Rockies. The Padres will be in San Francisco to take on the Giants, and the Red Sox will be in LA to battle the Angels. Earlier this afternoon, the A's shut out the Tigers 4-0. Cardinals 3-1 winners over the Marlins, who are still winless on the year. Dodgers 4-1 winners over the Cubs. Phillies 5-2 over the Nationals, and the Reds knock off the Mets 9-6. That'll do it for the out-of-town scoreboard and our first intermission report. We're going to go ahead and step aside for a timeout. When we come back, second period action between the Youngstown Phantoms and Green Bay Gamblers here for you on Western Reserve Radio and Flow Hockey.
At 2 Men in a Truck, we know moving is tough, but we make it easy. Whether your move is big or small, we'll make it a smooth one. We're the movers who care, and we'll prove it with our 96% referral rate and courteous professional movers. For your next move, call 2 Men in a Truck Youngstown, 330-758-2110. That's 330-758-2110, and go Phantoms!
When disaster strikes, you don't have time to waste. You need Craigos Restoration, your trusted partner in restoring your home. From water damage and flood restoration to sewage cleanup, we've got you covered. And that's not all. We also offer pressure washing, mold remediation, and even interior demolition. Certified in flood and sewage damage restoration, we're the experts you can count on. Call Craigos Restoration today at 330-610-4193. 330-610-4193. Craigos Restoration, where your home's recovery begins.
Get me drain. Get me drain.
Drain or sewer problems? Call Get Me Drain at 330-758-5031 and get it fixed fast. Call now. 330-758-5031.
Just like the Phantoms, HBK CPAs and consultants know every successful team needs a winning game plan. Count on the professionals at HBK CPAs and consultants, HBK's wealth advisors, and HBK valuation and litigation support for all of your personal and business tax, audit, assurance, financial planning, business consulting, and wealth management needs. For more than 65 years, the HBK family of firms have been advising thousands of clients on how to grow and protect their wealth. Contact them today so they can help you and your team do the same. Call 758-8613 or visit hbkcpa.com to learn how.
Signature Granite in North Lima is your go-to in the countertop trade. We provide workmanship for both residential and commercial markets. In need of a new look in your kitchen, bathroom, bar, or any other countertop installation? Look no further. Our services include measurements, handcrafted custom fabrication, complete installation, custom edge finishing, and outdoor bars, and much more. For a free estimate, call 330-549-9770 and make your next project a signature.
Feeling dehydrated or sluggish? Did you enjoy your Phantoms game just a little too much? We can help you get back on track and hydrated in record time. With our vitamin-infused IV drips, we'll have you feeling healthy and energized so you can get back to your busy schedule. Whether you want to boost your immune system, increase your energy, or stay healthy through the winter months, we can help. Find us on Facebook or theyoungstowndrip.com and book your appointment today.
You hear it all the time. Why Youngstown State University? Here's why. Because when it comes to engineering, medicine, sports, business, and the skills you need to take your place in the world, we take a backseat to nobody. Because we're the kind of people who look out for each other. Because we care about you, your success, and our future together. We are Youngstown State University, and now you know why.
Show off your Youngstown pride by sporting the latest in Phantoms gear. Don't know where to get it? Head over to youngstownphantoms.com and click on the Team Shop link for the latest in jerseys, hats, t-shirts, hoodies, and more. Let everyone know that you're the biggest Phantoms fan around. And be sure to stop by the Dunkin' Donuts Team Shop next time you're at the Cavelli Center. Head to youngstownphantoms.com and visit the Team Shop today.
We now return you to Phantoms Hockey on Western Reserve Radio and the voice of the Phantoms, Matt Lipsack.
Welcome back inside the Cavelli Center for the start of the second period. Phantoms lead the Gamblers 1-0. First period goal belonging to Ryan Botterill, his 28th of the season. Colson Hanrahan and Nathan Lewis with the assists. Nate now 13 points, and this is his 11th game. As I hear we're going to be starting the second period at 4-on-4, Ryan Humphrey and Charlie Serrato received matching roughing minors. So those two have been going at each other all weekend long. And right now, Mikey D'Angelo and Andrew Strathman were receiving instructions and quite possibly warnings from our officiating crew. Referees this evening, Chaz Nocky and Eric Michaels, same crew that was here on Thursday night. So for the Phantoms, it'll be Osborne, Rusinski, Botterill, and Pittner. For the Gamblers, it'll be Lutz, D'Angelo, Romaine, and Buskins. All right, looks like we are ready to get underway. In fact, you can roll for initiative. The second period has begun. Youngstown wins the draw. Osborne to Pittner. Back to Osborne, far side. Luke across the red line, into the zone, down the left end. Across. Botterill, shot, score! Ryan Botterill is amused by the simplicity of this game. Botterill from Pittner and Osborne, 13 seconds into the second period. Youngstown leads 2-0. As if there's one man you don't want to leave uncovered on this Phantoms team to just creep down the far side wing, it's Ryan Botterill. Didn't take the pass cleanly. It hopped on him. He did not one-time that puck. But he's able to slap it through the 5-hole of Guyon. And the Phantoms lead by a deuce. And here Rusinski wins the draw again. Out to center for Rusinski. Back ahead to Botterill. Bots into the zone. Left it for Rusinski at the half wall. Back to Botterill in the corner. Up the wall. Pinching in to keep the play alive is Strathman. Taken away by Shagabe. 3-on-2 developing for the Gamblers. But Strathman hustling back into the play as Peterson runs into Rusinski to stop up the rush. I think Green Bay is going to be guilty of an offside here on the zone entry. 41 seconds into the second period. Second period presented by CSL Plasma. So we have a line change for both sides. Out to take the draw for Youngstown is Brecken Smith. Will be opposed by Charlie Russell. Russell wins the draw cleanly, but past Larson. Guyon will set it up at the goal line. And Larson carries near side, gets past Burchell, being watched by Hanrahan. Into the zone, down the left side, spins to the half wall. Hanrahan gives him a bump, got a stick on the puck. But Larson able to work it down the wall, got it to Russell in the circle. Poked off of his twig by Bominian. Oh! I think we're going to have a slash, no interference called behind the play. As Hanrahan will head to the box. So we'll have a 4-on-3 power play for Green Bay for 58 seconds, and then Serrato and Humphrey will be free of the box for the final 58 seconds. 4-on-3 power plays, of course, very dangerous. Lots of open ice out there, and Green Bay power play is very dangerous to begin with. In fact, they are third in the USHL at 30.5%. Youngstown penalty kill is sixth at 78.4%. Green Bay power play against Youngstown this year, 7 for 21, which is 33%. As Youngstown won the draw, but Rusinski couldn't get the clears, kept in at the line by D'Angelo. Watch across the top of the circle, sends it into the left circle, gets it back. Over to the right circle, Lutz. One-timer blocked by the boot of Torrey Pittner into the meshing. 45 seconds left in the 4-on-3 as Youngstown is on the Adams Street Preservation penalty kill. For the Gamblers, it's Poitras, Lutz, D'Angelo, and Beshin. For the Phantoms, Rusinski, Machu, and Pittner. As Machu picked up the puck in front of his cage and fired it down the length of the ice. I could honestly not tell you who got the face-off win, as it just kept kind of pinballing back and forth between the teams, but finally came to the side of the net for Machu, and he got the clear. Poitras around the net, into the Youngstown zone, and then on this fresh sheet of ice, the puck just lost control for him. And here he fans on the pass ahead and just able to chip it past Patilla. Picking up and carrying it into the zone is D'Angelo. Over to Beshin, up to the point for Poitras. 10 seconds left in the 4-on-3. D'Angelo. Poitras. D'Angelo between the circles. Lutz. Over to Poitras. Shot through the blue paint. Lutz going to pick it up, keep it in the zone, out of the box. Come Humphrey and Serrato. It's a 5-on-4 power play. Lutz in the right corner. Fed it in front off a phantom stick. It's going to bounce to Adam Patilla, and he will clear it down the length of the ice. Guyon with the quick up, but only to his own line for Beshin. 45 seconds left on the Avs free preservation penalty kill for Youngstown. Beshin into the zone, lost the puck. Falling down, trying to clear it was Burchell. Second effort, however, able to steal a pass and get it down the ice. Guyon out to the top of the circles to pass it across to Romaine. Had to be careful to keep it away from Brecken Smith with 25 seconds left on the kill for Youngstown. Russell into the zone, dropped it back for Shagabe, somehow kept it onside, but then under pressure from Burchell, it's out to center. Romaine stripped by Burchell. Burchell in, shot, scores! Shorty, you a 10. Mikey Burchell with the shorthanded goal. Youngstown's league-leading 10th shorthanded goal on the season for Burchell. Goal number 13 on the campaign. And the Phantoms lead 3-0. Time of the goal, 2:49. As I will take my bird chili cheese dog with a little mustard, perhaps some ketchup there too. Green Bay wins the faceoff. 8 seconds left in the interference call on Colson Hanrahan. Guyan around the wall to Carcone right in front of the Phantoms bench. Sends it ahead to the line, out of the box. Comes Hanrahan. The tree has been preserved. Osborne. D to Pittner. Banks it off the boards and out to center. Carcone bounced it. Actually right to the stick of Hanrahan, but he couldn't find Serrato cleanly. Carcone will carry back ahead. Into the zone. Swings wide to the left. Fed it down through the slot. Right will stick it to the end wall. Bouncing up through the slot. Phantoms will bring it ahead with numbers if they can hurry. Lewis down the right side. Nate drops it back for Serrato. Fed it in front, but crashing Luke Osborne couldn't get a stick on it. Luke will tie up sticks with James Dorr, but the puck squirted out to center. Back into their own zone. It's not Serrato, but Strathman. Into the zone comes Osborne now. Chipped it to the right wing corner. As penalty on the play, another interference call. As looks like Luke Osborne is the guilty party. I think he hit Ryan Humphrey. And Green Bay will head right back to the power play. Just got to look at the replays. Look more like Osborne and Humphrey just got tangled more than anything. I only got half a look at the replay. We're back to action here. Bouncing puck. Phantom's able to poke it out to center. Off the face-off win. D'Angelo to Beshin. Fires into the zone. Rolls past right. And to Poitras on the right wall. Lutz up to the point for D'Angelo. His shot blocked by Burchell. Behind the net, Poitras once more over to the right corner for Lutz. Behind the net. Humphrey up to the point. D'Angelo, one-timer redirected past the net by, I believe, a gambler's stick. Phantoms get to the rebound and clear it down the ice. Believe that was Patilla. Guyon up the middle to Beshin. Sends it behind the cage for D'Angelo. 40 seconds gone, now 45 seconds gone on this Adams Street Preservation penalty kill. Lutz to Beshin. Back to Lutz, stripped of the puck by Wilson. Jack got to it, sent it up the far wall and down the ice. Rolls toward the cage as it was on edge. Guyon sets it up for D'Angelo. Serrato up on the forecheck. D'Angelo drops it back for Lutz. In the neutral zone, red line, ahead to Beshin at the blue line, chips it to the right wing corner. Wilson got there first, sending up the wall. D'Angelo couldn't hold it at the point, and down the ice it goes. 40 seconds left on the kill for Youngstown. Guyon, the up to the line for Russell. Drop back to the end wall for D'Angelo. D'Angelo spins away from Smith and leaves it for a flying Katzen as he enters the zone down the left wall. Took a bump from hand, took another bump, sent it around the kick plate to Shagabe. Back in the corner for Russell. Shagabe, top of the right circle. Center point for Romaine. Over to the left side for Katzen. His shot blocked by Hanrahan, who gets the rebound and clears it out to center. 5 seconds left on the penalty to Luke Osborne as it's at center. Romaine leaves it for Shagabe. Out of the box comes Luke Osborne. The tree has been preserved. Fed in front, Carcone, shot, score. As Gino Carcone got lost in the traffic. Beautiful feed from the back of the net. Found the man in the slot. Carcone gets his second goal of the weekend and 10th of the season. Green Bay is on the board. They trail 3-1. Time of the goal, 5:59. As I believe that's going to be Carcone from Shagabe and Russell. It'll be Shagabe to take the draw here against Ronaldo. Shagabe gets the win, plays it over to Peterson. He'll gain the red line and fire it down the kick plate. Comes around to the near side for Danilov. Behind the net to Dorr. And they'll battle for it down there. Picked up by Bomidian. He'll skate it ahead. Sasha up the middle, found Patilla, paid across over to Yenchko. Couldn't dance around Peterson, but Yenchko regathers. Tried to feed it in front, hit the stick of Peterson, and almost went into the net, but instead, ahead come the Gamblers. Danilov lost the puck as he tried to enter the zone, and he'll just have to poke it back to center for Peterson. He'll cross the red line and dump it to the left wing corner. Bomidian got there first, backhands it up the wall, went through Poitras and out to center. Larson knocked down on the play as the puck rolled to Yenchko. Sticked ahead, Ronaldo couldn't get to it. As skating it in front of the cage will be Shagabe. Fired ahead to the line for Beshin. Blake in, shot mostly blocked there by DeHaro on the back check, but Wright did have to kick it out at the last moment. Humphrey to the rebound. Knocked down by Strathman as the puck rolls into the corner. Phantoms chip it ahead, and they'll get it out to centers. Taking the bump was Marin. Lost the puck. It rolled to O'Malley down in his own zone. Back to the Youngstown line for Humphrey. He's knocked off the biscuit as it rolls to Beshin. Around the cage come the Phantoms. Marin at the line. Chipped out to center for Rusinski. Fanned on the pass as he would have had Smith leaking in from the blue line. Behind the net, O'Malley up the far wall. Picked up by Beshin and guided out to center. Rolls down to the Youngstown zone. Phantoms pick it up there. Machu to DeHaro. Connor takes a bump. Plays it back over to Machu, who now gets it back. Ahead to the line for Marin to redirect into the left wing corner. Actually over the glass. Down into section 207. Right in front of me, actually. And we'll have our media timeout. 12:19 left in the second period. Phantoms lead 3-1. You're listening to Youngstown Phantoms Hockey on West Reserve Radio and Flow Sports.
Signature Granite in North Lima is your go-to in the countertop trade. We provide workmanship for both residential and commercial markets. In need of a new look in your kitchen, bathroom, bar, or any other countertop installation? Look no further. Our services include measurements, handcrafted custom fabrication, complete installation, custom edge finishing, and outdoor bars, and much more. For a free estimate, call 330-549-9770 and make your next project a signature.
We now return you to Phantoms Hockey on Western Reserve Radio and the voice of the Phantoms, Matt Lipsack.
Welcome back inside the Gavelli Center. 12:19 left in the second period. Green Bay just got on the board. They have the most recent goal, but they still trail 3-1. Pair of goals for Ryan Botterill. Here for Youngstown. And a shorthanded goal unassisted for Mikey Burchell. Oh, Birchie has at least 2 shorthanded goals. Might have 3. As off the faceoff, Phantoms get a steal, but Serrato couldn't get his stick free. Nice work there by D'Angelo on the defense. As those two will be facing each other for years to come as D'Angelo going to Michigan State, Serrato a Penn State commit. Lewis works it out to center for DeHaro. Played over to Botterill. Shot, missed the net, redirected by Harrington. Serrato to the rebound, up to the point for Machu. His shot on the net, kicked out by Gaillon. Lewis tried to feed it back to the point, but split the defenseman. It'll roll to Machu at the red line. DDD over to DeHaro. Ahead off of Lewis and into the zone. Gaillon stops it behind the cage, sends it around near side. Botterill got a touch on it, got it to Serrato. Worked in the slot for Lewis. His ripper up over the cage. DeHaro pinched in to keep it alive, but no Phantoms down below the goal line. Harrington sends it near side. Lewis got a touch on it, but couldn't get it past Lutz to keep the play in the zone. Here Botterill steals it at center, sends it back into the Gamblers' end, but Phantoms going for a line change, 11:20 left in the second. Phantoms lead 3-1. Here's a steal by Veronin. Worked it to Burchell, up to the point for Osborne. D to D, Pittner. Dumped it to the left corner. Burchell, one hand on his stick, brings it near side. Worked up to Pittner at the point, across to Osborne. Luke had the puck bobble on him, picked up by Dorr, and he'll carry ahead. Dorr into the Phantom zone. Osborne back into the play, takes Dorr to the boards. Pittner picked up the loose puck, fired it around near side. Dorr sent it up to the, Shagabe sent it up to the point for Buskins. His shot from the left point got in on right. He will cover as a crowd draws at the edge of the blue paint. 10:48 left in the second period. Second period presented by CSL Plasma. Youngstown leads 3-1. Shots on goal are 15-7 in favor of Green Bay. Faceoff will be to the blocker side of Aiden Wright. Chaznocki, something to say to both benches. Looks like we're ready to play. As faceoff was won by Young. Phantoms, however, unable to get the clear. Buskins kept it in with the boot. Second effort, Youngstown able to get it to center. Veronin knocked it ahead, but couldn't find Burchell. Nice work there by Mikey to enter the zone. Taken to the wall by Romaine. That'll be a boarding call on Green Bay. As soon as they touch the puck in, there's the whistle. Youngstown heading to their first power play of the game. Power play on the season for Youngstown, 18.9%. That is 11th. Penalty kill for Green Bay, 72.8%. That is 14th power play for the Phantoms against Green Bay this year. 2 for 18 through the first 5 games. That is 11.1%. Time of the penalty, 9:31. Youngstown will get their first try on the man advantage. Russell will take the draw against Serrato. Top power play unit out for Youngstown. Serrato wins the draw. Botterill, center point, Strathman. Back to Botterill. Fed to the goal line for Serrato. Charlie behind him to Botterill. To Strathman. Skate to stick. Forced back to the line by Russell. Fed it over to Serrato. Back to Strathman. Strathman. Botterill. Strathman at the point. Top of the right circle. For Serrato, fed it into the box for Young, but had his stick lifted. It bounced to Charlie Russell, who fed it down the ice. Wright sets it up for Strathman. 30 seconds gone on the advantage for Youngstown. Young back to Strathman. Gains the red line, feeds it over to Serrato. Charlie to the blue line, fired it around the kick plate. Young pinching in. Chipped it back to the point for Strathman and rolled to Lewis. Nate's pass down low, blocked away by O'Malley. It bounced over to Baker, who just got it past Botterill and out to center. Gamblers get one fresh penalty killer on the ice as Strathman brings it back into the zone. Pulls up at the half wall, fed it down in the corner. Nobody there for Youngstown. Baker cleared up the middle, kept by Serrato with the glove. Serrato across the top of the circles to Strathman, to Botterill. Shot blocked, rebound went to O'Malley, and he'll clear as Young had a reach at it in the slot, just couldn't corral the puck. 50 seconds left in the advantage for Youngstown. Wright sets it up for Osborne, second power play unit cycling on. Osborne ahead to Bomidian. To Veronin to Yenchko. Back to Veronin. Couldn't take the pass cleanly. Buskins tying things up in the corner. Patilla battling for it, as is Veronin and Yenchko. 28 seconds left on the advantage for Youngstown. Puck came free of the scrum. Dorr played it over to Buskins, sent over to Harrington, and he'll fire it down the ice. 10 seconds left on the power play for Youngstown. This one looks like it's going to go by the wayside. Top power play unit had some nice movement. Just nothing going toward the net, unfortunately. Boumediene fires it around the wall, out of the box. Comes Romaine. Gamblers are back to full strength. Yenchko in the left corner. Taken by D'Angelo, behind the cage for Larson. He'll float near side, fired across the ice. Couldn't find his intended target as Youngstown sends it back out to center. Patilla touched it to Veronin. Kuzma trying to fight through Larson. Spins away from him. He's in the left circle. Kuzma looking for help. Just going to cycle it down low. Went past Patilla. Comes around to the near side for Boumediene. Sasha's pass down low. Hit Buskins. Yenchko battling for it. Picked up by D'Angelo. He'll send it ahead to center. Bounced away from Shagabe. Nice stick there by Wilson. As into the zone came Patilla. His shot high and wide of the net. Patilla to his own rebound. Fired into the corner. He's going to go after it himself. Patilla around the net to the left corner. Marin up the wall to Wilson. Faked right, went left. Fired it toward the cage. Stick to the corner by Harrington. Tried to send it up the wall. Tangled up, however, by Brecken Smith. 7:25 left in the second. Phantoms lead 3-1. Puck still tangled in the left corner of the Youngstown end. D'Angelo worked it free, but kept it the line by Wilson. Faked right, went left, shot blocked, came to Rusinski, but Buskins got it away from him and bumped it to the neutral zone. Hanrahan picked it up before the red line and fired it right back in. Guyon couldn't slow it down. It came to Rusinski on the far side. Shot toward the net by Wilson as Smith got put down right in front of the cage and whistle behind the play, but nobody's arms in the air. We'll figure it out. Media timeout. 6:57 left in the second. Phantoms lead 3-1. You're listening to Youngstown Phantoms Hockey on Western Reserve Radio and Flow Sports.
When disaster strikes, you don't have time to waste. You need Craigos Restoration, your trusted partner in restoring your home. From water damage and flood restoration to sewage cleanup, we've got you covered. And that's not all. We also offer pressure washing, mold remediation, and even interior demolition. Certified in flood and sewage damage restoration, we're the experts you can count on. Call Craigos Restoration today at 330-610-4193. 330-610-4193. Craigos Restoration, where your home's recovery begins.
We now return you to Phantoms Hockey on Western Reserve Radio and the voice of the Phantoms, Matt Lipsack.
.657 left in the second period. Welcome back into the Covelli Center. Phantoms lead 3-1. Shots on goal are 16-6 in favor of the Gamblers. The second period is presented by CSL Plasma. Face off in the neutral zone just in front of the Phantoms bench. Serrato wins the draw against Danilov, but came over to the near wall. Gallucci sent it out to center. Stopped up in front of the benches by Lewis. Bounced on the net, and Guyon had a little trouble with that, but able to kick it to the left corner. Clearing attempt, blocked by Lewis. Steps into the slot, shot, save, rebound. No goal! Don't know why it's not a goal. They're going to say that Botterill gloved it on purpose into the net. No. That is not a direct motion into the net. You are allowed to redirect the puck into the net with your body. No, Eric Michaels. No. So, captain's over to the edge of the officials' crease to talk about this one. So right now, 6:41 left in the second period. Eric Michaels has waved off a goal as it directed off of Ryan Botterill and into the net. He's going to go to the iPad. Because I'm sorry, Ryan Botterill made no direct motion other than maybe to turn his body. The puck is allowed to hit off your body and go into the net. Botterill's hands and stick were both tied up. There's nothing there. No reason this should not be a goal. So Chaz Nocky, Eric Michaels on the iPad looking things over. Video review at every arena in the USHL now. So Phantoms captain Andrew Strathman back over to the edge of the officials' crease while things are reviewed. And Chaz Nocky says, no, you're not allowed to stand at the edge of the crease. You have to go back to your bench. Not a good look for Chaz Nocky. Captain is allowed at the edge of the officials' crease. Captain for both teams. Allowed there if they want to be. Phantoms and Gamblers, the third and final time this weekend, sixth and final time of the season. So after tonight, there are just 2 games left in the regular season. No goal. Puck's allowed to go in off the hand. There was no direct motion by Botterill to send the puck into the net. So Botterill denied his second hat trick of the season and his 30th goal of the season, at least thus far. As they will bring the face-off into the neutral zone. It'll be Russell against Serrato to take the draw. Serrato won it forward, but getting to it first was Peterson. He'll send it off the window and down the ice. Not enough steam here for icing. Strathman back for it. Leaves it in the corner for Pittner. Up the wall, kept by Pearson at the line. Big collision there. As I think that was Serrato who, as Ryan Ward says, has disregard for his own personal safety. Running into Peterson there at the blue line. Lewis in the right corner of the Green Bay zone. Side of the net for Serrato. Up the boards to Pittner. Torrey eyes the cage. Fired a shot, hit off a Green Bay body and went wide. Lewis got to it first on the far boards. He gets triple teamed. Humphrey worked it up to Russell. Sends it to open ice for Peterson. The defenseman to the red line and sends it into the Phantom zone. Bounces over the stick of Aiden Wright. Rolls into the right wing corner. Phantoms send it up those boards and to Lewis at the point. Nate delays. Sends it to Young. Back to Lewis. He'll send it just wide of the cage while he heads off for a change. Larson off the end wall and around over to Ludwig. Slipped it ahead to Russell. Has to work his way back away from Burchell and drop behind him back to Ludwig into the neutral zone. Got past Grant Young, but Grant on the back check, worked the puck, free roll to the Youngstown defense. Bemidjian to Young, back to Osborne. Luke around the cage, send it over to Young on the near side. Out to center for Burchell. Mikey into the zone for Bemidjian. Sasha down the left wall. Fed it down low, was looking for the redirect by Burchell. It didn't click. Carcone got to the loose puck, sent it out to center. Osborne, first one to it. Up the middle to Young. Grant back across far side for Osborne. Luke across the red line. And over to Burchell. He'll float it into the right wing corner. Osborne, first one to it. Tried to send it back in front. Blocked by Larson. D'Angelo picks up the loose biscuit. Got past the stick check of Ronan and out to center. D'Angelo, right point. Fed it off the ankle of Shagabe and it rolls in the right wing corner. Shagabe, first one to it. In front of the net, tried to work it to D'Angelo. His shot blocked. Came back to Shagabe. Right point. Romaine. Across. Shagabe couldn't take the pass cleanly. Goes below the goal line. Shagabe floats near side. Cross point. Romaine. Lots of time and space. Fired a shot. Hit a gambler that was cutting across the net in front. That was D'Angelo. Phantom sent it down the ice and will be guilty of an icing violation. 4:22 left in the second period. Face off to the blocker side of Aiden Wright. Young wins the draw against Danilov. Osborne backhands it up the near wall. Katzen holds the zone. Chip back down to the half. Young Had stripped by Danilov. He'll bring it into the corner. Watched by Osborne. Danilov still with it, trying to step out in front and drop back for a shot that somebody knocked the bottle off the cage of Aiden Wright, but puck out to center. Voronin slipped ahead for Burchell. Mikey around the net, watched by Gallucci. Just killing time while the Phantoms change the line. Around over to Ronaldo, but poked away by Harrington and out to center. Hanrahan back for it. Out to center for Patillo. Whacked back into the Green Bay zone. 3:44 left in the second. Phantoms lead 3-1. Up to the point. Hanrahan keeps. Walked past the man. Redirected off a Green Bay skate and went wide. Wilson to the rebound. His shot blocked away. Came to Ronaldo behind the net. To Patilla. Adam worked by Gallucci. Back to Ronaldo. Sam. Side of the net for Yenchko. Daniel around the cage to Wilson. Back to Yenchko at the far half wall. Daniel traded it off to Wilson. Jack, his shot blocked by Dorr, rolled to Danilov. His clearing attempt hit a body, came back to Harrington. He'll skate it near side, got it past Patilla, bounced to Danilov and out to center. 3:05 left in the period as Danilov danced around the check of Yenchko at the red line and dumped it into the Phantom zone. Hanrahan right corner. Up the wall to Yenchko, to Ronaldo, to Patilla. Yenchko chipped it past Romaine and into the Gambler zone. Buskins first one to it on the left side. Around and over to Lutz. Across to D'Angelo. To Poitras into the zone for Buskins. Pass to Lutz. Tried to drop it back. Nobody there for Green Bay. Poked out to center by Youngstown. Botterill into the zone. Looking for an option. Fed it across to open ice. Rusinski knocks it into the corner for Strathman. Back around to Botterill. Up the wall to Serrato. Pittner, center point. Shot blocked. Poitras poked it out to center. Skated into by D'Angelo. Tripped by his own man, Poitras, as the puck rolled to Serrato. Strathman ahead to the line. Lewis couldn't take it cleanly. Nate catches up to it. Dropped it behind him. Serrato wasn't looking for it, and the pass was out of his reach anyway. D'Angelo picked up that loose biscuit, carried it to the red line, sent it over to Poitras. D'Angelo will go off for a change. Poitras sent it into the right corner. DeHaro there first. Up the far wall to Botterill. Bots out to center. Chipped it to Lewis. Wedged off by Humphrey. Puck kept in the zone by Botterill. Over to Lewis. Nate across, off a stick. Bounced to DeHaro. Shot blocked by Peterson. Loose puck went to Humphrey. Lifted it out to center. 3-on-2. Broken up by DeHaro. Into the zone came Peterson. Somehow Green Bay onside there. But Youngstown able to chip it out to center. Humphrey throwing off the Phantoms break, and he'll gather in the puck and bring it in. 3-on-1 developing for Humphrey. Sent it across for Russell, who was on his backhand. He couldn't shoot it. And then when he did try, his shot was blocked by Machu. Out to left point. Larson. Shot redirected wide. Peterson pinching in to keep it alive. Trying to send it down low. Was looking for Humphrey. Intercepted by DeHaro. The puck came to Russell. Back through Humphrey. Over to the right half wall. Marin gets there first. Sends it off the glass. And into section 204. Down to my right. And with the puck off the glass, Youngstown will be allowed a line change with 73 seconds left in this second period. Phantoms with the 3-1 lead. I believe Green Bay out shooting Youngstown 5-4 here in the second. Youngstown with 2 goals in the period, Green Bay with 1. Should have been 3 Youngstown goals, but we'll revisit that later. Shot from Romaine, blocked at the point. Great stick work there by Zach Marin. Back into the Gambler zone. D'Angelo left it for Buskins. D to Romaine, back to Buskins' far wall. Sent out to center. Carcone. Lost the puck to Hanrahan, who sent it into the Gambler's end. Went to Romaine, over to Buskins' far side as we are inside of 45 seconds left in this second period. Gambler sent it to the end wall. Hanrahan to Wilson. Jack's clearing attempt blocked by Shagabe. Came to the side of that, taken away by Hanrahan again. Got it ahead to Marin, and he'll chip it just wide of the cage. Guyon scooped it up like a ground ball. Sent it around for Shagabe, and now out to center for D'Angelo. Ducked around the check of Voronin. Pass went awry. Rusinski brings it into the zone. Fed it across to Voronin. Tried to drop it back to Smith. Broken up by the Gamblers, but they can't clear Voronin. His pass down low, blocked by Buskins. Off of Shagabe, it came to Smith with 10 seconds left. Fed down below the Green Bay goal line. Buskins chips it around to the right corner. Carcone picks it up at the half wall. Starts to walk it ahead, clear it to the line. Voronin held it, fired it on net. Glove save, Guyon. And that will do it for the second period. Youngstown gets goals from Ryan Botterill and Mikey Burchell. Gamblers answer with a marker by Gino Carcone. Youngstown leads 3-1 at the end of 40 minutes of play. Shots on goal, 17-8 for the game. Green Bay outshoots Youngstown. Actually, no, they tied 5 shots apiece in the second period. We're going to go ahead and step aside for a timeout. When we come back, we'll have the intermission report here for you on Western Reserve Radio and Flow Hockey.
The Mahoning Valley's leader for golf, Milk Creek Golf Course, is now booking tee times for 2024. We offer stay and play opportunities available with 9 area hotel partners. For more information, visit our website at millcreekmetroparks.org. Also, look for new, exciting opportunities coming soon, including an indoor player development center with Trackman, an indoor Callaway Club Fitting Center, and an Odyssey Fitting Studio in 2024. Follow us on Facebook at Milk Creek Golf Course or call 330-740-7112.
Passion, talent, development. NCAA hockey offers all that, and its players graduate at a 90% rate. Joe Pavelski.
Backhand scores! Wow, what a goal!
Johnny Gaudreau. And Torrey Krug were stars on campus before the NHL stage. Whether you are a fan or a player, nothing compares to college hockey. Visit collegehockeyinc.com and follow @collegehockey.
Champions of the college hockey world!
At 2 Men in a Truck, we know moving is tough, but we make it easy. Whether your move is big or small, we'll make it a smooth one. We're the movers who care, and we'll prove it with our 96% referral rate and courteous professional movers. For your next move, call 2 Men in a Truck Youngstown, 330-758-2110. That's 330-758-2110, and go Phantoms!
When disaster strikes, you don't have time to waste. You need Craigos Restoration, your trusted partner in restoring your home. From water damage and flood restoration to sewage cleanup, we've got you covered. And that's not all. We also offer pressure washing, mold remediation, and even interior demolition. Certified in flood and sewage damage restoration, we're the experts you can count on. Call Craigos Restoration today at 330-610-4193. 330-610-4193. Craigos Restoration, where your home's recovery begins.
The DoubleTree by Hilton Youngstown Downtown is proud to be the official hotel partner of the Youngstown Phantoms. Located in downtown's historical standby building and fully updated with today's amenities while preserving its historical charm and neoclassical architecture of 1907. Offering modern conveniences such as on-site room service, free Wi-Fi, complimentary business center, and a 24-hour fitness center. Events are also memorable with over 5,000 square feet of meeting space, including our top floor ballroom accented by 13-foot ceilings, Palladian windows, and views from 12 stories up. Conveniently located within walking distance to the Cavelli Center, the Youngstown Foundation Amphitheater, Youngstown State University, Oh Wow Science Center, and Dior Performing Arts Center, the DoubleTree by Hilton Youngstown Downtown is a proud partner of the Youngstown Phantoms and invites you to be our valued guest.
Get a me drain. Get a me drain.
Drain or sewer problems? Call Get a Me Drain at 330-758-5031 and get it fixed fast. Call now, 330-758-5031.
Welcome back to Western Reserve Radio's coverage of the Youngstown Phantoms. Now here's the voice of the Phantoms, Matt Lipsack.
Welcome back inside the Cavelli Center for the second intermission report. At the end of 40 minutes to play, the Youngstown Phantoms have a 3-1 lead over the Green Bay Gamblers. Shots on goal through 2 periods of play. 17-8 in favor of the Gamblers. Youngstown and Green Bay both with 5 shots on goal in the second period, which featured 3 goals. Youngstown came in with a 1-0 advantage and then doubled that lead just 13 seconds into the frame. Ryan Botterill, his 29th of the season and 2nd of the game. Torrey Pittner and Luke Osborne with the assist. Youngstown gets to a 3-0 lead at 2:49. Mikey Burchell, the steal and score, shorthanded, stripped Chris Romaine of the puck, walked in and beat Guyon through the 5-hole. Burchell, his 13th of the year. Phantoms led 3-0. Then right at the end of that penalty at 5:59, Gino Carcone, his 10th of the year. Shagabe with one of the assists on that. I know there's a second assist on it. I remember talking about it, but now for the life of me, I don't remember who it's supposed to be. But that is how Green Bay got on the board. Phantoms were denied a goal with, I believe, about 6:14 left in the second period. They said that Ryan Botterill gloved the puck into the net. Got a look at the top-down replay. Don't think that I agree. Looked to me like the puck went off the stick right by the glove, but Eric Michaels was screened on the play. I don't know how from the corner he could have made that call when Botterill's back was to him, was protecting him from the puck, but my opinion counts for little unless Youngstown denied the goal, and that is where we found ourselves here. 3-1 Youngstown at the end of 2 periods of play. Both teams 0 for 2 on the power play after no penalties in the first period. We started the second period at 4-on-4. Ryan Humphrey and Charlie Serrato both given roughing minors. Actually, those penalties should be at the 20-minute mark of the first period. 1:02 into the second, Colson Hanrahan called for interference. That actually made it a 4-on-3 power play. Youngstown able to kill that off. And then at 3:51, Luke Osborne called for interference. That was the penalty that ended right before the Gino Carcone goal. And then at 9:31, Chris Romaine called for boarding. Well, Youngstown, don't know how they'd be 0 for 2 on the power play. They only have 1 power play on the game. Have to take a look at that. Guyon has stopped 5 out of 8. Aiden Wright has stopped 16 out of 17. Going to go ahead and step aside for a timeout. When we come back, we'll take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard here for on West Reserve Radio and Flow Sports.
Premier Bank is powered by people. People like our proud and strong and wonderfully one-of-a-kind customers who trust us with their dreams and goals. People like our attentive employees who listen and collaborate to consistently deliver the best customer service in the business. People like those in our community who help us make the places we call home as strong as they can possibly be. People like you who we look forward to connecting with at yourpremierbank.com. Premier Bank, powered by people. Member FDIC.
Looking to buy or sell a home? Team Marzo with Next Home Go 30 Realty can help. As a premier real estate team in the Mahoning Valley, we bring a unique and progressive approach to real estate using top listing technology, unique signage, and best practices in mobile and online marketing. Our customer-centric approach combines the best of technology with years of marketing expertise to provide an exceptional buying or selling experience. Call us today at 330-503-2250 so you can move with Marzo.
Just like the Phantoms, HBK CPAs and consultants know every successful team needs a winning game plan. Count on the professionals at HBK CPAs and consultants, HBK's wealth advisors, and HBK valuation and litigation support for all of your personal and business tax, audit, assurance, financial planning, business consulting, and wealth management needs. For more than 65 years, the HBK family of firms have been advising thousands of clients on how to grow and protect their wealth. Contact them today so they can help you and your team do the same. Call 758-8613 or visit hbkcpa.com to learn how.
Signature Granite in North Lima is your go-to in the countertop trade. We provide workmanship for both residential and commercial markets. In need of a new look in your kitchen, bathroom, bar, or any other countertop installation? Look no further. Our services include measurements, handcrafted custom fabrication, complete installation, custom edge finishing, and outdoor bars, and much more. For a free estimate, call 330-549-9770 and make your next project a signature.
Veterans, the Mahoning County Veteran Service Commission is here to help you. Whether you served 5 years ago or 50 years ago, if you are honorably discharged from active military service, you may be eligible for benefits, including Veterans VA benefits, county financial assistance, assisted living benefits, and more. Our friendly and supportive staff is ready to help you. Go to mcveterans.org to see all of the benefits and services offered, or call today. The Mahoning County Veteran Service Commission, serving those who have served.
Feeling dehydrated or sluggish? Did you enjoy your Phantoms game just a little too much? We can help you get back on track and hydrated in record time. With our vitamin-infused IV drips, we'll have you feeling healthy and energized so you can get back to your busy schedule. Whether you want to boost your immune system, increase your energy, or stay healthy through the winter months, we can help. Find us on Facebook or the youngstowndrip.com and book your appointment today.
Welcome back to Western Reserve Radio's coverage of the Youngstown Phantoms. Now here's the voice of the Phantoms, Matt Lipsack.
Welcome back inside the Gavelli Center. Second intermission report. Youngstown leads Green Bay 3-1. Let's take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard. Fargo up 4-2 on the Des Moines Buccaneers at the second intermission. Second intermission at USA Hockey Arena. Muskegon and the U18s knotted up at 2 apiece. Omaha and Lincoln tied at 1. 4 minutes left in the second period. Second intermission in Kearney, the Tri-City Storm lead the Sioux Falls Stampede 3-1. Second intermission at Young Arena, and the Rough Riders free fall continues. They are down 5-0 to the Waterloo Blackhawks. U17's up 1-0 on the Madison Capitals at the first intermission, and the Dubuque Fighting Saints lead the Chicago Steel 2-0 at the first intermission. Let's take a look at the NHL scoreboard. Games still in action. Blue Jackets lead the Flyers 4-1 at the second intermission. Leafs all over the Habs 4-1. 3 minutes left in the second intermission in Ottawa. Devils up 4-1 on the Senators. Halfway through the second period at UBS Arena, the Islanders lead the Predators 1-0. Later tonight, the Oilers will take on the Flames, and the Canucks will be in LA to take on the Kings. Earlier this afternoon, the Penguins beat the Lightning 5-4. Bruins 3-2 winners over the Panthers in overtime. Blackhawks 3-2 winners over the Stars. Jets 4-2 over the Wild. Sharks 3-2 over the Blues in overtime. Over to the Major League Baseball scoreboard. Guardians beat the Twins 3-1. Pirates 5-4 winners over the Orioles in 11. Astros and Rangers tied at 2 in the bottom of the fifth in Arlington. Yankees lead the Blue Jays 6-2 in the Bronx in the top of the fifth. Royals up 3-0 on the White Sox, bottom of the seventh in Kauffman Stadium. Bottom of the seventh in Milwaukee, the Mariners lead the Brewers 3-0. Bottom of the fifth in Atlanta, the Diamondbacks up 8-2 over the Braves. Top of the third in Colorado, the Rays and the Rockies tied at 1. Later tonight, the Padres take on the Giants and the Red Sox take on the Angels. Earlier this afternoon, the Athletics 4-0 winners over the Tigers. Cardinals keep the Marlins winless on the year as St. Louis won 3-1. Dodgers 4-1 winners at Wrigley Field over the Cubs. Phillies 5-2 over the Nationals, and the Reds 9-6 winners over the Mets. Check out the Final Four scoreboard. And Purdue, 13-point win over NC State. The Boilermakers will play for the national title against the winner of the Alabama-UConn game, which is getting underway in approximately the next 10 minutes. That'll do it for the out-of-town scoreboard and our second intermission report. We're going to go ahead and step aside for a timeout. When we come back, third period action between the Phantoms and Gamblers here for you on West Reserve Radio and Flow Hockey.
This prize is what you could win on the new $5 Wheel of Fortune scratch-off from the Ohio Lottery. There's only one letter missing at the end of BIGMONE. Why, yes, the answer is big money. $100,000 big money. And if you don't win, you can enter for a chance to attend a Wheel of Fortune live taping where you could win more big prizes. Lottery players are subject to Ohio laws and commission regulations. Play responsibly. Wheel of Fortune is a trademark of Califon Productions.
You hear it all the time. Why Youngstown State University? Here's why. Because when it comes to engineering, medicine, sports, business, and the skills you need to take your place in the world, we take a backseat to nobody. Because we're the kind of people who look out for each other. Because we care about you, your success, and our future together. We are Youngstown State University, and now you know why. The Mahoning Valley's leader for golf, Milk Creek Golf Course, is now booking tee times for 2024. We offer stay and play opportunities available with 9 area hotel partners. For more information, visit our website at millcreekmetroparks.org. Also, look for new, exciting opportunities coming soon, including an indoor player development center with Trackman, an indoor Callaway club fitting center, and an Odyssey fitting studio in 2024. Follow us on Facebook at Milk Creek Golf Course or call 330-740-7112.
Passion, talent, development. NCAA hockey offers all that, and its players graduate at a 90% rate. Joe Pavelski.
Backhand scores! Wow, what a goal!
Johnny Gaudreau. And Torrey Krug were stars on campus before the NHL stage. Whether you are a fan or a player, nothing compares to college hockey. Visit collegehockeyinc.com and follow @collegehockey.
Champions of the college hockey world!
The Doubletree by Hilton Youngstown Downtown is proud to be the official hotel partner of the Youngstown Phantoms. Located in downtown's historical standby building and fully updated with today's amenities while preserving its historical charm and neoclassical architecture of 1907. Offering modern conveniences such as on-site room service, free Wi-Fi, complimentary business center, and a 24-hour fitness center. Events are also memorable with over 5,000 square feet of meeting space, including our top floor ballroom accented by 13-foot ceilings, Palladian windows, and views from 12 stories up. Conveniently located within walking distance to the Cavelli Center, the Youngstown Foundation Amphitheater, Youngstown State University, Oh Wow Science Center, and Dior Performing Arts Center, the Doubletree by Hilton Youngstown Downtown is a proud partner of the Youngstown Phantoms and invites you to be our valued guest.
Premier Bank is powered by people. People like our proud and strong and wonderfully one-of-a-kind customers who trust us with their dreams and goals. People like our attentive employees who listen and collaborate to consistently deliver the best customer service in the business. People like those in our community who help us make the places we call home as strong as they can possibly be. People like you who we look forward to connecting with at yourpremierbank.com. Premier Bank, powered by people. Member FDIC.
Looking to buy or sell a home? Team Marzo with Next Home Go 30 Realty can help. As a premier real estate team in the Mahoning Valley, we bring a unique and progressive approach to real estate using top listing technology, unique signage, and best practices in mobile and online marketing. Our customer-centric approach combines the best of technology with years of marketing expertise to provide an exceptional buying or selling experience. Call us today at 330-503-2250 so you can move with Marzo.
Veterans. The Mahoning County Veterans Service Commission is here to help you. Whether you served 5 years ago or 50 years ago, if you are honorably discharged from active military service, you may be eligible for benefits, including Veterans VA benefits, county financial assistance, assisted living benefits, and more. Our friendly and supportive staff is ready to help you. Go to mcveterans.org to see all of the benefits and services offered, or call today. The Mahoning County Veterans Service Commission, serving those who have served.
We now return you to Phantoms Hockey on Western Reserve Radio and the voice of the Phantoms, Matt Lipsack.
Welcome back inside the Cavelli Center for the start of the third period. Phantoms lead Green Bay 3-1. You can roll for initiative. Third period's underway. Green Bay controls the draw. Romaine, DDD to Buskins, back to Romaine. He'll send it ahead. Was not touched by Poitras, but came around the Lutz, so no icing on the play. As Lewis clears it to Serrato. Charlie into the zone. Hit his stick and went away from Botterill. Bots caught up to it behind the cage, but taken away by Romaine. Sent up the near side, kept by DeHaro. Through Serrato behind the cage, but wedged away from Botterill by Buskins. Played over to Romaine off the far wall and out to center. Bounces to Machu. Retreating to his own zone. Fired out to center, where he found Lewis. Nate ahead to Serrato. Cut to the middle, but stripped of the puck by D'Angelo. And able to just get it away in time from Botterill. Lutz into the zone 1-on-3. Shot blocked by Machu. Rebound. Poitras got it on the net. Sticked away by Aiden Wright. Poitras up to the point. Blocked out to center by Botterill, but couldn't get off to the races. He'll pick up the loose puck instead. Whack it into the Green Bay zone. And the Phantoms will start a line change. Humphrey flying into the zone. Toe drag. Shot blocked by Pittner to the end wall. Torrey got to the rebound. Send around, kept in at the point by Gallucci. His shot on the net, blocked away by Wright. Osborne to Pittner, up the far wall. Vronin chipped it past Gallucci, got it off of Young and into the zone. Burchell down the right wall, but lost the puck, and Green Bay will bring it ahead. Skating into the zone is Humphrey. To Russell, backhander on the cage, stopped by Wright. Played in front, but picked off by Veronin. As Wright, little trouble moving from right to left there, but able to keep the action alive as Pittner's attempt to clear is off the glass and into the penalty box. 18-19 left in the third period, which is presented by Safehold. Faceoff will be in the Youngstown end to the blocker side of Wright. Patilla to take the draw against Saga Bay. Patilla wins it cleanly into the corner, picked up by Machu. Bounced it off of Lutz. It came to Patilla. Carcone able to hold the zone, however. Fired it to the end wall. Machu picked it up behind the net, sent it around the far side. Hit a stanchion, came to Ronaldo, who skated it ahead, back checked away from behind by Lutz. Back to the red line. DeHaro picked it up, fired it right to the chest of Guyon. Rebound popped up in the air. He couldn't find it. Lucky for Guyon, the backspin brought it back to the middle of the ice instead of behind him. Machu ahead off of Ronaldo to Patilla. Patilla shot, shoulder save Guyon. It's Patilla trying to pick the top corner there. Just hard to do when the goaltender's 6'3". Even when he's down in the butterfly, taking up most of the net. Peterson chipped it into the corner for Lutz. Back up the near side, picked off by Yenchko, fed to Patilla in the neutral zone. Adam brings it across the red line, chips it to the end wall just wide of the cage. Peterson sets it up behind the net. Pass around, kept at the line by Rusinski. Drop pass behind him to Smith, looking for open ice. Puck rolled too far away from him, so he'll catch up to it along the boards. Tried to feed it up the wall. Rusinski keeping it alive for Youngstown. Smith threw a check around the net to the near side to Strathman. Toward the net, pad save, Guyon, rebound. But Midian, his shot off the ankle of either Smith or Rusinski in front and went wide. Big hit there along the wall by Rusinski, and penalty upcoming on Youngstown for that. Imagine they're going to get Rue for a board here as Peterson was slow to get up. Is back in the play, however, and he has it now. Katzen carrying ahead for the Gamblers. Extra attacker is on. Whistle blows. Youngstown must have had a touch. Boarding will be the call on Ryan Rusinski. And Youngstown will head back to the penalty kill for the third time this evening. Time of the call, 3:24. Mike Leone, some last-minute instructions for his power play unit. As Youngstown returns to the Adams Tree Preservation penalty kill. Face-off to the glove side of right. Serrato to take the draw against Poitras. Top power play unit out for Green Bay. Poitras wins the draw. D'Angelo walks the line. Fed it over to Beshin. Far side. Blake into the corner for Poitras. Back to the point for D'Angelo. Back to Poitras at the half wall. Side of the goal for Beshin to the bumper for Humphrey. He fanned on the shot. Loose puck came to Brecken Smith, who clears it down the ice. D'Angelo trying to spin away from Smith. Brecken got a piece of it, kicked it free, lost his footing. Pittner looking for a tripping call, nothing forthcoming there. I think maybe Brecken was just trying to dive there to keep the play alive as Humphrey enters the zone. Humphrey dropped it back, threw it to nobody. D'Angelo under heavy pressure from Burchell, able to keep the puck away from him. 1:15 left on the Adams Street Preservation penalty kill. Humphrey into the zone, worked past Burchell, sent over for a one-timer. That is into the glove of Aiden Wright. That shot came off the stick of Julian Lutz. 1:06 left in the boarding call to Ryan Rusinski. Face off to the glove side of right. Serrato to take the draw. As Chaznocki over to Have a quick conversation with Rob Rooster, our timekeeper. Put 2 seconds back on the clock, but did not increase the penalty clock. Still 1:06 left in the kill for Youngstown. As Serrato wins the draw, but couldn't get the clear. Kept at the line by Romaine. Shoveled over to Danilov. Side of the net, Russell. Back up high for Katzen. Side of the net, Russell. Back to Katzen. One-timer blocked by Machu. Rebound, Shagabe couldn't keep it in the zone. It bounced past him and out to center. Romaine back to neutral for it. To Katzen into the zone. Ripped off the puck by Serrato, but kept at the line by Romaine. Katzen, left half wall. Floats to the top of the circle, feeds it back to the point for Romaine. Point-to-point looking for Shagabe. Played it down low to Carcone, got it away from Patilla, who's being watched here by DeHaro. Back up the boards for Shagabe. Tried to play it over to Romaine. Pass went out to center. Katzen out to the neutral zone for it. Knocked away from him and into the Green Bay end by Patilla. 20 seconds left on the advantage for Green Bay. Into the zone comes Katzen. Poked away for a moment by Smith. Hanrahan working Katzen. Smith took the puck away and sent it down the ice. And now out of the box comes Ryan Rusinski. The tree has been preserved. Phantoms 3 for 3 on the kill tonight. Russell into the zone. Offside are the Gamblers. As Galucci was ahead of the play, we'll have our media timeout. 14:30 left in the third. Phantoms lead by 2. You're listening to Youngstown Phantoms Hockey on Western Reserve Radio and Flow Sports.
Just like the Phantoms, HBK CPAs and consultants know every successful team needs a winning game plan. Count on the professionals at HBK CPAs and consultants, HBK's wealth advisors, and HBK valuation and litigation support for all of your personal and business tax, audit, assurance, financial planning, business consulting, and wealth management needs. For more than 65 years, the HBK family of firms have been advising thousands of clients on how to grow and protect their wealth. Contact them today so they can help you and your team do the same. Call 758-8613 or visit hbkcpa.com to learn how.
We now return you to Phantoms Hockey on Western Reserve Radio and the voice of the Phantoms, Matt Lipsack.
Welcome back inside the Covelli Center. 14:30 left in the third period. Phantoms lead by a pair. Congratulations to the Youngstown State women's bowling team winning their regional, heading to the Final Four. Let's go Gwins. Neutral zone draw won by the Gamblers, though. Rip it around. The dasher came to door on the far side. Worked down low looking for Baker. Pitchfork back up the wall. Danilov up to the point for Galucci. His shot wide of the net. Over to Baker in the right corner. Around the wall to Galucci. His shot wide of the net. Osborne over the rebound near side. Shoveled up the wall, but kept nicely by Danilov. Worked back down low through the skates of Dorr. Picked up by Strathman. Sent around the wall. Galucci pinching in to keep it alive for the Gamblers. Dorr in the corner. Around over to Galucci near side. Fed it through the blue paint and went right through the legs of Luke Baker. Danilov kept it at the left point, down low off the ankles of Baker. Came back to Danilov. Danced through one check. Now skate to stick. Has it. Ducks around the net. Tried to feed it in front off the stick of Veronin. Kuzma poked it off of a man. Bouncing puck. Young able to knee it out to center. Fired right back in by Galucci on the net. Wright will glove it down and set it up for Strathman. Sent around the end wall to Osborne. Luke out to center. Nice reception of the pass there by Veronin. Couldn't keep it, though, as he's forced off the puck by O'Malley in the right corner. Humphrey picks it up, dances around Ronaldo, and then feeds it near side. Beshin fires into the zone, comes around the kick plate over to Russell. Back to Humphrey in the corner, stolen by Ronaldo. Ludwig can't hold the zone. DeHaro ahead, found Patilla. Into the zone one-on-one. Patilla dropped it back. DeHaro shot, Guyon, save, rebound to Ludwig. Snapped ahead out to center. Humphrey trying to dance around Machu, but Machi chipped it right back out to the neutral zone. Pass ahead broken up as Baker tripped Ronaldo right in front of the Phantoms bench. Ryan Ward not happy about that, still screaming at Chaz Naki as Yenchko check Luke Baker hard as the puck's back down in the Gamblers' end. Larson out to center, off of Dorr and into the Phantom zone. They'll battle behind the net. Danilov has it in the left corner. Checked by Yenchko. Threw it into the circle. Picked off by Patilla. He'll skate ahead. Adam Floats it ahead to Osborne. Luke into the zone. Shot, missed the net. Rebound up the far wall. Serrato poked it away, got it to Botterill, danced to the middle. Came to Osborne, his backhander blocked. Loose puck picked out by Green Bay and sent down the ice. No icing here as Pittner's back for it. To Lewis and into the zone. Botterill couldn't get around Larson. It's stolen in the corner by Lewis, but his centering feed bounces off of Lutz and out to center. Back to Botterill into the zone, but settles down in the slot for Larson. D over to Buskins. Back to Larson, far side. Out to center for Poitras. Knocked down by Serrato. Sorry, that's Boumediene, 34, not 14. As they'll battle near the line, Botterill comes out of traffic, swings wide, got the shot away. Glove save, Guyon, rebound into the slot. Skated ahead by Lutz. Poked it out to center, brought it to the red line, slid it over to D'Angelo. D'Angelo, across shot, blocked partially by Strathman, and then ended up going well wide. Smith to Rusinski and out to center. Back down into the Green Bay zone, it goes Romaine. In front of his net, out to Lutz at the red line. He'll backhand into the Youngstown zone, go off for a change. 11 minutes exactly left of the third. Phantoms lead by a pair. Hanrahan out to center. Smith did not get a piece of it, and icing will be called on the Youngstown Phantoms. 10:52 left in the third. Third period presented by Safehold. Face-off will be to the glove side of Aiden Wright. Rusinski to take the draw against Shagabe. Rusinski won the draw. Hanrahan to Wilson. Off the window, out to center. Bounce to Gallucci. Sent back into the Youngstown zone. Unable to play it was Dorr as it rolls into the left wing corner. Wilson got there first. Tangled up with a pair of Gambler players down there. Jack worked it free. Squirts behind the cage. Shagabe's the first one to it, however. He'll carry near side. Spun it into the slot. Dorr shot wide of the net. Wilson on the rebound. Off the window. Bounces to Marin, and Zach will skated as far as the red line before it's checked off of his stick by Harrington. Pass ahead. Hits Smith. Bounced out to center. At the red line, Young stole it away from Gallucci and backhanded it into the Gambler zone. Harrington around the cage. Floats far side. Trying to get away from Young, did skate it as far as the red line. Chipped it off of Humphreys and into the Youngstown end. Beshin, left corner, away from DeHaro. Comes around near side for Veronin. Then Machu sends it back up the wall. Russell got it away from Veronin, but it came to Young, who sent it back out to center for Veronin. Into the zone they come. Burchell worked it to Young. Grant to the point for DeHaro. His shot off the blocker of Guyon. Young to the rebound, up to the point for DeHaro. Machu into the corner for Marin, put into the wall hard. Sorry, that's Veronin. Marin or Young down there as well. Now as the puck is in the corner. Veronin digging for it, as is Young, but the Gamblers pry it free. They'll work it up that far wall. Larson able to make it as far as the Youngstown line before it's stolen by Burchell. He'll just throw it off the near side boards and just into the Green Bay end. Peterson carried it to center, ricocheted off a skate and back to Larson in their own zone. Off the skates of Russell at the red line. Actually hits off of Machu and comes back to him. Down the wall comes Beshin. Fed back to the point for Buskins, who hustled over to keep it alive. He floats one to the right wing corner. Yenchko, only one there. He'll just pick it up and lift it to the red line. Stick back ahead by Romaine. Came to Humphrey. He'll fire it back into the Youngstown zone while Green Bay goes for a line change. 8:50 left in the third. Phantoms lead by a pair. Boumediene off the end wall to Ronaldo, to Strathman, and out to center. Yenchko from the red line fires it into the blue paint. Guyon sticks it down, plays it over to Romaine. Buskins let it go through. Lutz touched it to center for D'Angelo to Romaine. Couldn't dance through Strathman. Phantoms captain played it around the wall. Sent up the boards by Poitras, but Boumediene took it away and played it down the ice. No icing here as Ronaldo catches up to it. Threw it to open ice on the near side, but nobody there for Youngstown as the Gamblers will break it back through center. Poitras behind him to Lutz into the Phantoms end 1-on-3. His shot wide of the cage, off the corner boards. Dorr able to tie up the stick of Serrato as it came back for a shot that was redirected wide. Gallucci in on the play, carries it around the net, being watched by Serrato in the right corner. Less than 8 minutes left in the third. Phantoms lead by a pair. Boumediene stole it behind the cage, fed it ahead to Botterill. Bots to the red line in the blue. Bumped off the puck by Danilov, got it back. Botterill, left corner, now watched by Shagabe. Threw it around to Patilla. Up to the point for Pittner. Back down the wall. Comes to Botterill, side of the net. Tried to leave it for Lewis. It was picked off by the Gamblers, and they'll skate it ahead. Shagabe able to work it out to center. Ran into some traffic. Puck was loose there. Shagabe picked it up, carried it back into his own zone. Over to Harrington, across to Danilov, fired into the Phantom zone. Wright stops it behind the cage. No forecheck here from Green Bay. They're changing. 7:15 left in the third. Phantoms lead by a pair. Lewis into the zone, stripped of the puck by Katzen to the line. It hopped over the stick of Rusinski, made it to Carcone at center. Tried to drop it back, was looking for Peterson, broken up by the Phantoms, but came to Katzen in the left corner. Sent around to Peterson at the right point. He'll pump it down low for Russell. Taken to the wall by Osborne. Cycled down for Carcone, up to the point for Peterson. His shot blocked along the way. Loose puck came to Katzen. Right wall at the hashes. Down low, Hanrahan gets to it along the in wall, chips it past Russell. Lewis hustling over to it. But Larson pinched to keep it alive. Hanrahan chipped it out of the scrum, got it to Rusinski, who skates it to center. 2-on-1, Rusinski and Marin. Marin, shot, blocked. Nice work there by Peterson. Marin fed it in front, hit a Gambler. And Green Bay able to get the clear. Picking it up just inside his own line is Wilson, back to the Gamblers line. Got it to Smith, but offside of the Phantoms, and we'll have our final media timeout of regulation. 6:16 left in the third. Phantoms lead by a pair. Listening to Youngstown Phantoms Hockey on Western Reserve Radio and Flow Sports.
Good evening, passengers. Welcome aboard on the flight. On and put into flashlight mode. Our cabin crew demonstrates the safety features on this flight. Please raise both hands up in the sky. Now slowly wave from the left to the right. Left, right, 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 left, right.
Cabin crew, prepare for takeoff, 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 prepare for takeoff.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, let's go.
Back inside the Gavelli Center, 6:16 left in the third period. Phantoms lead by a pair. Neutral zone draw. Controlled by D'Angelo. Drops it back for Romaine. D over to Buskins. Snapped out to center off of D'Angelo and redirected into the left wing corner of the Phantom zone. But I'm going to say D'Angelo hadn't gained the red line yet. Icing called on Green Bay. I literally thought D'Angelo was straddling the red line as he hit that puck. Face off back down into the Gambler end. Looks like they're going to drop the puck to the glove side of Adam Guyon, who has stopped 12 out of 15 this evening. Young to take the draw against D'Angelo once more. Grant won it over the wall. Burchell hustling over to chip it down low. Veronin around the cage, comes near side, being watched by Romaine. Carries to the top of the circle, sends it into the corner for Young. Young throws it through the blue paint. Nobody touched it. Machu kept it at the right point. Fed back below the net, looking for Young. Romaine touched it away from him and Veronin. Got it to D'Angelo, who backhands it to center. Went through the legs of Lutz, but he's able to gather in and at least backhand it into the Phantom zone. But it's pitchforked right back out to center by DeHaro. But unfortunately for Youngstown, puck into the penalty box. And so the faceoff will come down into the Youngstown end with 5:39 left in this third period. Phantoms starting to catch up on the shot counter. It's 21-15 in favor of the Gamblers, who were out shooting Youngstown 12-3 at the end of the first, and then I think it was 17-8 at the end of the second. So Phantoms out shooting the Gamblers 7-4 here in the third period. Pittner over the glass and out of play. Don't think that one went off the glass, and they will deny Youngstown a line change here. NHL, that's a delay of game penalty. But here in the USHL, If a skater puts it out of play over the glass, it's just a face-off. If the goalie does it, then it's a delay game penalty. Saw that happen to the Pens late today. Waning moments of the third period, but they were able to hold off the Tampa Bay Lightning to get a 5-4 win, get back into playoff position. Crazy season for the Pittsburgh Penguins. Shot from the left point, off the blocker of Aiden Wright. That came from the stick of Gallucci. Beshin sends the rebound around to the near wall as Osborne will put Russell into the boards there. Humphrey pried the puck out of the scrum. Beshin got it, sent it over to Gallucci at the left point. Banks it off the end wall, picked up by Beshin. He'll float up the near side, being watched by Ronaldo, sent back down low to Humphrey. Wedged off by Pittner, but the puck comes to Russell. Fanned on his pass, poked out to center by Osborne. Luke trying to get after it. He will at least poke it into the Green Bay end before he heads off for a line change. Russell snapped it ahead. No touch anywhere in the neutral zone, so icing called on the Green Bay Gamblers. 4:44 left in this third period. Matt Lipsack here with you on Western Reserve Radio and Flow Hockey. And if you're watching the Phantoms Facebook feed, you'll see a goofy little kid to my left. That's my son Jonathan, who will turn 7 in 23 days. Love having John here in the booth with me. Face off to the right of Guyon, one cleanly by Serrato. Center point, Wilson, his one-timer wide of the cage. Good feed by Strathman. Into the corner. Botterill up the wall, pass stolen by the Gamblers, and they'll work it to center. Lewis stripped the man of the puck, sent it right back into the zone. Guyon stops it behind the cage for Harrington. Almost bobbled it away to Botterill in front of an empty net. Instead, slid out to center for Humphrey. Poked away from him nicely by Nate Lewis. Dropped behind him. Botterill picks up the loose puck and sent it into the cage as Humphrey almost guilty of a slew foot there. But it'll be the Gamblers who skated ahead. Carcone picks it up, carries into the Youngstown end. Down the left wall, fed across for Peterson. Diving effort by Rusinski to deny the one-timer. Here, Carcone shot blocked by Machu and into the meshing. Gio Carcone upset about something, not sure what. The faceoff was always going to be inside the zone. 3:55 left in the third. Adam Guyon still in the cage. We'll keep an eye on him in the coming moments with the Gamblers trailing by a pair as Rusinski wins the draw. Around the cage comes Machu. Fed it up the near wall. Found Marin. Zach spins away from Carcone, forced back into his own end. DeHaro plays it back out to center. Picked up there by Danilov, fed over to Katzen. Had to wait for Carcone to clear the zone before he could feed it back in. DeHaro around the wall, hit Carcone, but it came to Marin, who chipped it out to center. Bouncing puck, not far enough for icing as Larson has to play it away from Smith. Back out to center for Katzen. Near side for Lutz in front of the Phantoms bench. Chipped it past one man, but couldn't get it past Marin. Sent it over to Rusinski, redirected out to center. Back into the zone comes Larson. Dropped it for Lutz, sent back to the point. Buskins keeps it alive, but down the wall it came to Smith, and Brecken will send it back out to the neutral zone. Picked up by Larson in his own line. Dances around Smith and into the zone. Larson into the left corner. Puck popped back up the wall. Smith able to bounce it back out to center. Veronin trying to play it away from D'Angelo. Did so, but it came over to the wall, and Kuzma couldn't get in on net with 2:50 left in the third. Up to the point. Pass knocked away by Lutz. Out to center for D'Angelo. Lutz overskated the puck in front of the Phantoms bench, bouncing around at the red line. Finally bounces to Blake Beshin, who will club it to the end wall while Green Bay completes a line change with 2:35 left in regulation. Burchell to center for Young. And from the red line, he'll float it into the Green Bay end. Guyon will send it back up the near wall. Young kept it alive. Over to Veronin, his spinning shot off the blocker of Guyon. Burchell to the rebound to Strathman at the point. Flicked toward the cage, he got redirected wide. Settled down for Veronin, his one-timer. Wide of the net. Off the glass, it came to Strathman. He'll pump it back around the wall with 2:10 left in the third. Veronin stripped of the puck by Dorr, fed up the wall to Humphrey. And dropped back for Buskins out to center. Off of Beshin and into the Youngstown zone. Strathman Sends it up the near wall to Yenchko at center. He's just going to lift it ahead for Burchell. Mikey overskated the puck. Just couldn't get it corralled on the twig. Dorr fed it behind the net. Russell chipped it past his man. That was Young. And now feeds it far side for Romaine to rip it into the zone. Adam Gaillon is heading to the bench and is on the bench for the extra attacker with 95 seconds left in regulation. Phantoms lead by a pair. Russell to the point for D'Angelo. Walks the blue line. His shot blocked by Adam Patilla. Loose puck over to Romaine. Spun to the blue line. Just able to keep it past Yenchko. The puck went down the wall to Osborne. Bounces it down the ice, but Patilla beats out the empty net call. The icing call. Patilla around the cage, turned, fired, missed the net. Out to the right point for Pittner. Torrey toward the empty net, blocked. Phantoms just killing time right now with 64 seconds left in regulation. They lead by a pair. Now a minute left in regulation. Out to the line for Russell. Across the ice off of D'Angelo. Turned it over to Osborne. Luke floated it ahead but missed Rinaldo. Rolled to the Gamblers, sent into the zone by Beshin. Right, slowed it down behind the cage. Osborne picked it up, sent it up the near side, found Yenchko, banked it off the boards. Beshin held the zone. Fed into a bunch of ankles. Lutz will pry it free. Worked it down the wall. To Buskins, to Humphrey. Fanned on the pass, rolled to Osborne. Luke down the ice. This one's going to go wide of the net, roll into the corner, and icing will be whistled on the Phantoms with 26.5 seconds left in the third. We'll see if Mike Leone uses his timeout. Timeout, Green Bay will take it with them. Phantoms lead by a pair with 26.5 left. You're listening to Youngstown Phantoms Hockey on West Reserve Radio and Flow Sports.
Looking to buy or sell a home? Team Marzo with Next Home Go 30 Realty can help. As a premier real estate team in the Mahoning Valley, we bring a unique and progressive approach to real estate using top listing technology, unique signage, and best practices in mobile and online marketing. Our customer-centric approach combines the best of technology with years of marketing expertise to provide an exceptional buying or selling experience. Call us today at 330-503-2250 so you can move with Marzo.
We now return you to Phantoms Hockey on Western Reserve Radio and the voice of the Phantoms, Matt Lipsack.
.5 seconds left in the third period. Phantoms lead 3-1. Net is empty for Green Bay. It'll be 6 attackers on 5. Faceoff will be in the Youngstown defensive zone. Phantoms' 3 goals tonight belong to Ryan Botterill. He has a pair. Probably should have had a hat trick, but bad call by one of our referees. Said that Botterill gloved the puck into the net when he did not. Mikey Burchell also credited with a shorthanded goal. Those are the 3 goals for Youngstown. Goal for Green Bay belongs to Gino Carcone. Face-off will be the glove side of Aiden Wright. Serrato to take the draw against Russell. Again, 26.5 seconds left in the third period. As Charlie Serrato keeps drifting forward, surprised he hasn't gotten a face-off warning yet. As now the puck is finally down, Green Bay controls the draw. Lutz back to the point for D'Angelo. Over to Lutz's one-timer, blocked in front. Lutz hustling after the rebound. Behind the net it goes to Humphrey. Lutz picks it up, tried to feed it in front, blocked by Serrato. Puck over to the left wall. 15 seconds left in regulation. Down in the corner, Serrato lost his stick. Lutz fed it in front, hit the skate of DeHaro, came back behind the net. Now fed by Beshin to the side of the net for Poitras. 5 seconds left in regulation. Up high, D'Angelo, shot, blocked. Poitras toward the cage, blocked, and there's the buzzer! Youngstown will get the win tonight by the final score of 3-1. Shots on goal for the game, 23-16 in favor of the Youngstown Phantoms. We're going to go ahead and step aside for a timeout. When we come back, we'll have the post-game show here for you on Western Reserve Radio and Flow Hockey.
At 2 Men in a Truck, we know moving is tough, but we make it easy. Whether your move is big or small, we'll make it a smooth one. We're the movers who care, and we'll prove it with our 96% referral rate and courteous professional movers. For your next move, call 2 Men in a Truck Youngstown, 330-758-2110. That's 330-758-2110, and go Phantoms!
Passion, talent, development. NCAA hockey offers all that, and its players graduate at a 90% rate. Joe Pavelski.
Backhand scores! Wow, what a goal!
Johnny Gaudreau. And Torrey Krug were stars on campus before the NHL stage. Whether you are a fan or a player, nothing compares to college hockey. Visit collegehockeyinc.com and follow @collegehockey.
Champions of the college hockey world!
When disaster strikes, you don't have time to waste. You need Craigos Restoration, your trusted partner in restoring your home. From water damage and flood restoration to sewage cleanup, we've got you covered. And that's not all. We also offer pressure washing, mold remediation, and even interior demolition. Certified in flood and sewage damage restoration, we're the experts you can count on. Call Craigos Restoration today at 330-610-4193. 330-610-4193. Craigos Restoration, where your home's recovery begins.
The DoubleTree by Hilton Youngstown Downtown is proud to be the official hotel partner of the Youngstown Phantoms. Located in downtown's historical standby building and fully updated with today's amenities while preserving its historical charm and neoclassical architecture of 1907. Offering modern conveniences such as on-site room service, free Wi-Fi, complimentary business center, and a 24-hour fitness center. Events are also memorable with over 5,000 square feet of meeting space, including our top floor ballroom accented by 13-foot ceilings, Palladian windows, and views from 12 stories up. Conveniently located within walking distance to the Cavelli Center, the Youngstown Foundation Amphitheater, Youngstown State University, Wow Science Center, and Dior Performing Arts Center, the DoubleTree by Hilton Youngstown Downtown is a proud partner of the Youngstown Phantoms and invites you to be our valued guest.
We now return you to Phantoms Hockey on Western Reserve Radio and the voice of the Phantoms, Matt Lipsack.
Welcome back inside the Cavelli Center for the post-game show. Your final score here tonight, Youngstown 3 and Green Bay 1. Let's get you a scoring recap from tonight's game. Phantoms opened the scoring just 3:51 into the first period. In fact, they got the only goal of the first period. Came off the stick of Ryan Botterill, his 28th goal of the season. Colson Hanrahan and Nate Lewis with the assists. 13 seconds into the second period, Botterill gets his second of the game, 29th of the season. Torrey Pittner and Luke Osborne with the helpers. Phantoms lead 2-0. At 2:49, a shorthanded goal from Mikey Burchell, unassisted. Mikey's 13th goal of the year. Put the Phantoms ahead 3-0 at 5:59. Gino Carcone, his 10th of the year. Jason Shagabe with the assist. And that wrapped up our scoring. There were no goals. There we go. In the third period, Phantoms had a couple of decent shots at the empty net with Adam Guyon on the bench for the extra attacker, but honestly can't say that Green Bay really threatened the Youngstown net in that third period. Final shots on goal for the game were 23-16 in favor of the Gamblers, as Youngstown outshot Green Bay 8-6 in the third period. Phantoms will be back at home next Friday night against Team USA, the U17s, for their regular season finale here at the Cavelli Center. Phantoms have not clinched home ice in the opening round of the playoffs yet, but the magic number has shrunk to 3. So if Youngstown handles their business next weekend against Team USA, they will open the playoffs on April the 15th here at the Cavelli Center. Puck will drop at 7:05. Dave Ferris is trying to tell me something about the Muskegon Lumberjacks score. I see that the U18s are beating Muskegon, but right now we're worried about Madison. And Madison and Team USA are tied at 1 with 3 minutes left in the second. But I can tell you that for the regular season finale at home here at the Cavelli Center, great seats are still available. You can call the Phantoms box office for tickets or more information, 330-747-PUCK. That's 330-747-7825. For my engineers, Dave Ferris and Jim Craven, interns Brendan and Kyle, who are keeping things 100 on social media for you tonight, and my son Jonathan. My name is Matt Lipsack, the voice of the Youngstown Phantoms. Thank you so much for tuning in tonight, everybody. One more time, your final score, Youngstown 3 and Green Bay 1. We'll catch you here at the Cavelli Center next Friday night for the regular season home finale. Sound out. Fade to black.
We thank you for joining us for this special presentation of the iMedia One Network, and we now return you to your regularly scheduled programming.